It's baseball time back here at Palm Springs Stadium. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the PSCL YouTube channel. It is now time. We have the moment we've all been waiting for. It is the PSCL Championship. Today's matchup between the American League champions, the A's, against the National League champion and #1 overall seed, the Lumberjacks. Brae Foust alongside Austin Stokes here at Palm Springs Stadium, Palm Springs, California. Austin, we've made it to the finals, my man. What are you thinking, dude?
It's going to be a fun one. This is a matchup that I've seen coming for a while now. The A's have been dominant. The Lumberjacks have been lights out all season. Two of the best that PSCL has to offer. We're going to see some top-of-the-line baseball, some first-class ball players facing off against each other today. I'm expecting this one to go right down to the wire.
It's going to be a fun one. These guys have been fighting all summer long to get to this one spot right here and right now. Before we get going to the game, let's get the lineup right now for the infield and outfield of the Lumberjacks starting off in the field. First off in the outfield is going to be Pickowitz at left field, Jimenez at center field, and Harmon in right. In the infield, we have Owen Powers at the hot corner, Binion Gebhardt at short, Carranza at second, Griffin at first. Behind the plate is going to be Hadley, and on the mound, the starting pitcher for today and the Lumberjacks is going to be Stillwell. Stillwell getting the bump, getting the start today. Been looking pretty good so far in the season, as of all the Lumberjacks, as they've gone 15-2-1. As we said, the #1 overall team in the PSCL.
Yeah, defensively, this is a fantastic team. Gebhardt has the ability to make some really impressive throws. Owen Powers has a cannon across the diamond.
So we're just about ready to get things going underway. Austin, you got any predictions today?
You know, I think whoever wins it, it'll be decided in the last 2 innings. I think it'll come down to the 8th and the 9th. It'll be a bullpen game. I think hitting will be the deciding factor. It'll be a close one with Preston Wingett standing in. I'm excited, Brae. I don't know about you.
I'm ready to go. We've been waiting all summer long to get to this championship matchup. It's been a fun one. Ball games every single day. Finally leading up to this 1 point right here, right now. So the Lumberjacks are ready, the A's are ready, the umpires are ready. We're ready to play some PSCL championship ball. First pitch on its way. Going to be taken outside for a ball, 1-0 to start the count. Preston Wingett, as we said, is leading off today's matchup for the A's. Before we get going, though, Stillwell's numbers on the mound. Right now, a 2.97 ERA. 1-0 pitch. Taken, catches that hard of the plate. 1-1 is the count now. Looking like it's going to be a good matchup between Stillwell and the A's. As we said, his numbers are pretty good so far with the ERA of 2.97, whipping at 113. Next pitch, just a little inside, doesn't catch the corner. 2-1 is the count now.
A good breaking ball to get him going there. Way inside, started at the shoulder of Preston Wingett and then breaking just a little inside. A good opportunity to jam him up, but Wingett's just too good to swing at that.
2-1 pitch, breaking ball. That's going to be flown out to center field. Jimenez underneath it, makes the grab, and that will be out #1 here in the top of the first inning. Nice piece of hitting there, but Jimenez didn't have to move a whole lot there.
Already some action. Maybe that's just their starter getting loose out in the A's bullpen. Good idea to get him up and going. Amaviska has been pretty good so far this season, even making an appearance for the Power. He's been one of their more productive bats.
Has been a key player for the A's here this season. First pitch to him looked like a breaking ball. Back door catches that inside corner called strike. Currently batting a .457 in the PSCL, .558 OBP. Next pitch went back to that backdoor breaking ball. Doesn't catch, though. This time, 1-1 is the count. 1-1 pitch. Fastball trying to get low and on the outside. Does not connect, though. Count is now moved up to 2-1. Probably good placement there. A little bit of a waste pitch trying to catch him to reach, but Amaviska, as we said, has been batting really well above .450. Been seeing the ball really well. Like I said, he's been part of the Palm Spring Power as well. 2-1 pitch. That one's taken high. 3-1 is the count now.
A good count for Amaviska here. He's going to make him throw in the strike zone. He's not going to be swinging at any bad pitches. A good eye from him so far.
3-1 count. Next pitch taken, catches that hard of the plate as we were thinking he was going to go for the plate. Moves the count to full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Stillwell, he knows how to battle on that mound.
Hadley getting a good frame job there, maybe sneaking in a strike call, but a payoff pitch needed from Stillwell to get the second out.
Payoff pitch, fastball, low and outside, does not connect, and Amaviska is going to be rewarded with a walk with the base on balls. A nice take there. As we said, he's got above 550 OBP, so he knows how to get himself on base, and he does so right then and there. So that's going to bring up Sanchez, number 31. Ready to get his first cracks at it today. Throw back over to first, keep Amaviska close.
A good idea to throw over, so now you're throwing off that hitter's timing before he even sees a pitch.
First pitch taken, catches that hard of the plate for strike 1.
A good pitch to start him off with, going with the fastball up and away. A really good idea. He didn't get him to chase, but he got the strike call. Good way to start off 0-1.
Throw back over, keep Amaviska close again. A little bit of a balance issue there, but he's still safe. So with William Sanchez batting a .475, 532 OBP, slugging at .550. He's been another guy that's been seeing the ball well along with Amaviska. 0-1 pitch. Fastball outside, throw back over to first. Not in time. So
they are really worried about Amaviska at first. We've seen 2 moves over to first from Stillwell and a back pick from Hadley right there. They really know that this guy has some speed threat. Look at how aggressive that lead is. They're aware how fast he is.
1-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Moved a little too far outside. Count is now moved up to 2-1. Amaviska does have speed. We know that, but according to his stats, he's actually only got 3 total stolen bases. So, but again, I would be worried too. He's got some speed on him. Next pitch, fouled off out into the park. Count is moved up even. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, he's a smart base runner. I mean, you can see how aggressive his lead is becoming over there at first. He knows that if they move back to him again, he's already seen them pickoff move, so he's going to be able to get back in really early. He's leaning back towards first base.
2-2 pitch. Amaviska fakes his run. Taken from the outside. Count is now moved up full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. With Amaviska and Sanchez right here making him pitch the full length here. Like I said, they've got some good batting averages. They've been taking the ball well, and they're making Stillwell throw a lot. Payoff pitch. Runner goes. Swung on the hit and run was on. That's going to be a line shot out to right field. Amaviska around second. He's heading to third. He's going to make it there in time. And the A's starting off pretty strong with a nice single by Sanchez. And they got runners at the corners now.
Yeah, they're forcing Stillwell to throw a lot of pitches. That's going to mean that they can get him out of the game early and get another chance to face someone out of the bullpen. But a good way for them with 1 out to get runners on the corners after the perfectly executed hit and run. So now your middle of the infield is going to have to protect anything right up the middle. But Braden Wingett has some power, so they have to be careful with what they throw him. You can't leave anything up, can't leave anything in on the hands. Going to have to make him chase.
So one of the other Wingett brothers, Braden Wingett, up to the plate now, ready to get his chops going. Next first pitch he takes is going to be called strike 0-1 to start things off here. Braden got even a skyrocketed lineup as our average as well. Throw back over to first. Keep Sanchez close. Wingett, Braden Wingett at least, 538 batting average, 565 OBP. So he has definitely the person to be the power hitter right here. First pitch swung on. It's going to be flown out to left field. Amaviska tagging up. Catch is made. Amaviska steals, going to home. The throw down to home is not going to be in time. So Braden Wingett is going to get the A's on the board first off the sac fly. It is now 1-0 A's. That's just some good execution right there. technical baseball played right there, and the A's have started off with a lead here.
A good way to take an early lead here with only 2 outs. Potts is going to look to move that lead to 2-0 if he can get something good. I mean, Sanchez will have the speed to get all the way around on a deep hit out to center field.
First pitch to Potts is going to be taken for a ball. 1-0 is the count. And with these Lumberjacks, them being the #1 overall seed, 15-2-1, you need to take every single advantage you can get. Any lead you take, any hits you can take, you will take them against this team. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Good block there by Hadley. Moves the count to even 1 ball, 1 strike. It should be 2-0 actually. 2-0 pitch, runner goes. Called strike down the throw, and is not going to be in time. Sanchez with an easy steal right there, showing off the legs. And now the A's have a runner at scoring position.
These A's have been aggressive so far, getting another runner into scoring position with a 3-0 count and 2 outs. They're really owning the base paths in the first.
So Stillwell trying to get them out of here with just 1 run across. Oh, and we're going to have a little turn move there. Throw back over to second. Just keep Sanchez in time. Just keep Sanchez in check. This is a big game for both teams. They've been working so hard. We've got the whole production crew basically here. We have a full 2-man crew on the radio. We have a PA announcer. We got a music. This is just a big game here.
Yeah, this is the prime time baseball for the PSCL. It all comes down to this. Games every single day for the past month. These guys have worked their tails off to get where we are today. Let's see if their hard work can pay off with a victory in the championship ball game.
3-1 is the count. Stillwell kicks, he deals. Swung on, foul off back into the backstop. That's going to fill the count up to another 3 balls, 2 strike count. Stillwell above now 20 pitches total this first half inning. Let's see if that comes back to bite the Lumberjacks in the tail. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sanchez over at second base. Potts trying to get him across the plate. Throw back over to second. Oh, I think that whacked him right on the helmet.
Yeah, that inside move got him right on the back of the helmet there, so he's going to need to make sure that he's good to continue. It's a really early opportunity for him to get out of the game, so
I hope that just hit his helmet.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. The athletic trainer Corinne out of South Carolina is going to be checking on him.
Been a key aspect here at the PSCL, Corinne.
Yeah,
taking care of these.
Definitely. Her and Andrea make the wheels go round on an organization like this. Definitely something these players are very fortunate to have, and he's going to get up. Looks like he might be good to continue going. Sure hope so.
Yeah, anything to the back of the head, even with a helmet, is always a scary, scary move. Go into thinking concussion protocol, knocking them out, just something you don't want to be thinking about here, and especially this big of a game.
So it looks like he is going to be good to continue as he gets the helmet back on, and props to that young man. I know that hurt.
Yeah, it looks like helmet's back on, foot is on the bag. He's ready to get going as well. So to recap, before we get this next pitch going, count is still full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Stillwell just 1 strike away from keeping the Lumberjacks at a 1-run deficit going into their first at-bats. Potts 1 pitch away from making a 2-0 lead. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, that's going to get through. Potts is going to take first. Sanchez is going to take third. off the pass ball, it looked like, and that is going to leave runners out the corners now for the A's.
So with 2 outs, they've got runners on the corners, a chance for Farwell to open the game up, put them up on a 2-run lead early on, especially with 2 outs. That'll be a big momentum setter for the A's this morning.
First pitch to Ty Farwell, taking fouls off right into the back of the net. 0-1 to start things off here. Farwell, a native here, College of the Desert student. This season has been at .314, OBP's at .442. Just looking at .343, so he's been a key aspect as well. Potts takes his lead, Sanchez takes his lead. And Stillwell's going to step off. Stillwell's been stepping off a whole lot. Might be a little distracted, might be a little uncomfortable on the mound today.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of gotten runners on in a close position here. The first inning of a championship game, you can't allow too many runners to get on. You have to conserve that pitch count if you want to go the distance today.
Stillwell at 25 total pitches. In the top of the first inning, next pitch is going to be swung on. That's going to be driven out to left field. That's going to get down. Sanchez going to easily stroll in right into home plate. And Ty Farwell has himself an RBI single. It is now 2-0 A's.
So they've put themselves up by 2 runs here. If they can add any more to that, especially with the runner in scoring position, they're making it all the more difficult for the Lumberjacks to bring it back.
A's recognizing the strength of this Lumberjack team, and they're saying, nuh-uh, it's championship time. It's time to bring our A game. First pitch to McCracken. Taking a called strike. Looked like cut the heart of the plate. 0-1 is the count now.
They're already down to the 7 spot in their lineup. They're flying through batters today, getting guys get their cuts in early.
0-1 pitch outside, way outside in the dirt near. Count is not even up. 1 ball, 1 strike. You got to imagine McCracken wanting to crack this ball out. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball trying to go back door. Doesn't come around, though. Count has moved up to 2-1. Any kind of base hit out into the outfield, you can only imagine Don Brae's going to be sending Potts around third, headed home. 2-1 count. Swung on grounder over to the shortstop. Gebhardt gets the ball, throws over to first in time, and that will do it for the top of the first inning. But not before the A's take an early 2-0 lead in the top of the first inning. We're going to the bottom of the first. We'll see what the Lumberjacks can do on the bats right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. Welcome back now to the PSCL YouTube channel. Brae, Foust, Austin Stokes here, bringing you this championship ball game here between the A's and the Lumberjacks. The A's starting off strong, putting 2 runs on the board to start things off here in the top of the first. But the Lumberjacks, as dangerous as they are, 2 runs might not be enough, as we're going to start them off in the field. But in the field, before we get going, the A's in the outfield, we're going to start things off with Sanchez over in left field. Preston Wingett in center. Ian McCracken at right. Correction, it's going to be William Sanchez out in left field. To see why in a second. Ty Potts over at third. Amaviska at short. Kula at second. Ty Farwell at first. Behind the plate is going to be Fickett. And starting on the mound for the A's, it's going to be one of the other Sanchez's. Kevin Sanchez of College of the Desert. He's run a couple games. ERA's at 3.29, whipping at 1.46. 15 total strikeouts. Getting the start here for the A's to get things going. So leading off for the Lumberjacks is going to be Jimenez. Usually is their leadoff hitter. Quick guy on the feet, able to get the ball in play and get on the mound and get in the base path early.
Yeah, he's served them well in the leadoff spot this summer. Doing exactly what you said, Brae, exactly what you want out of your leadoff guy. They're going to need to chop down that 2-run lead. They're going to need efficient at-bats. They're going to need Sanchez to leave pitches up in the zone or throw balls like that.
That pitch was way outside for a ball. Count is 1-0. And Jimenez recognizes that he knows he doesn't have a whole lot of power, but he knows how to make contact. He chokes up on bat even with a nothing count. He likes to make contact and make a run for it. 1-0 pitch. That one had some good heat on it, but it was a little low. Count has moved up to 2-0 now. So 2 balls, no strikes to start this at bat going. Mendez looks around. Sanchez kicks and deals over the heart of the plate. Nice heat there as well. Count has moved up to 2-1 now.
Good way to get himself back into the count after being down 2-0. Throw a strike. Rely on what you can do. Don't worry about giving up a hit. Worry about filling up that zone.
So the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball heads up, and that's going to just clip the shoulder of Jimenez, and Jimenez is going to take his base off the hit by pitch. Dangerous move there to leave Jimenez on the base path now.
So now that'll bring up the pitcher, Caden Stillwell, something we haven't seen a lot this season. They're letting their pitcher get their swings, and I mean, that's just going to bode well for this guy when it comes to college recruiting and in the championship game for him. He's been a productive bat. College coaches are going to see that and know that they can trust this guy to be a two-way threat.
Absolutely. We'll see what he can do his first at-bat here. First pitch taken over the heart of the plate. 0-1 is the count. And you got to imagine that's got to also be kind of like the Shohei Ohtani effect there. A lot of pitchers now getting their at-bats, recognizing that pitchers can hit, and especially these guys here in the PSCL, the pitchers can hit a whole lot. Stillwell going to step off real quick, keep him in as a little close. So 0-1 is the count. Jimenez takes his lead. Sanchez, quick stride, is going to pop that one up though. Almost near no man's land, but nice speed over there by McCracken. Sprints over, makes the grab, and that's going to be out number 1. Hustling over there. Nice job, young man, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. So Caleb Harmon now coming up to the plate for the Lumberjacks. Fortunately, not a productive out there, as Jimenez has to stay at the station at first base. Caleb Harmon of Concordia Ann Arbor, first pitch he sees, is going to foul that off into the net. 0-1 is the count now. Currently batting a .429 batting average this season, .565 OBP, slugging at .486, and his OPS a whopping 1.005. Throw back over to first. Does not get him, though. Jimenez having to dive, though. So Harmon been seeing the ball really well this season. Wants to get things going early now for the Lumberjacks, having to play catch up early on though. 0-1 pitch. Fastball in the dirt outside, doesn't connect. 1-1 is the count now.
Good idea to go low and away there, maybe get him to chase something, throw its timing and confidence off for the remainder of the at-bat. But Stillwell's too good of a hitter, Harmon's too good of a hitter to swing at something like that.
1-1 pitch, fouled off, going out into the parking lot, the library parking lot. And we will move the count to 1-2 now. Would you believe that it's only 94 degrees out here, Austin?
A nice day for what we've had so far this summer. I'm sure these players can tell the difference.
It's going to get a little hotter later today, but it is a pretty cool one in Palm Springs definition. 1-2 pitch, fastball. Does it catch? No, it does not. Try to go the outside corner. Just a little too far outside. Moves the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. If I was Harmon, I don't know if I would have been taking that in, but he was closer to it, recognized it was going to be a ball, and let it go. 2-2 pitch, way outside. He definitely recognized that was a ball. Count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Apparently here in Palm Springs, it's supposed to get up to a whopping 109 later today. Good reason we're coming out here this morning at 9 a.m.
Yeah, this game got moved up earlier in the day just to protect against the heat. Good idea to keep these players healthy.
Payoff pitch, runner goes. It's going to be a little hit and run right to the glove on Maviska, and that's going to be a 6-3 double play. Well, hey, what do you know? Right then and there. Ground ball right to him. Easy tag on Jimenez's bag. Throws over to first, and the A's are now rolling early here. So they are able to stop them. No runs coming across. The A's are taking the 2-0 lead to the top of the second. We'll see what they can do right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. We're back now at the top of the second here. A's and the Lumberjacks in the PSCL championship. A's are starting off early. At the top of the first, getting 2 runs. Are back at the plate, ready to get things going again. First pitch to Fickett is going to be taken on the outside corner. Called strike, 0-1 to start things off. Stillwell, unfortunately, having a full 30 pitches in the top of the first inning. Next pitch to Fickett. It's going to be chopped over to the third base side. Powers gets the grab, throws over to first quickly. No, it's going to be dropped. It was in time, but the drop by Griffin is actually going to allow Fickett to get on the base path now.
Yeah, tough break for him right there. But that'll put Fickett on, and Frank Kula is going to be standing in now out of the University of Rhode Island. This is a guy that has been fantastic for him this season. Kula's been one of my favorite players to watch. He's been the most efficient with the bats on this A's lineup.
First pitch to Kula is going to be taken, called strike, 0-1 to start things off. Of course, Fickett having to have a courtesy runner in place for him. 0-1 pitch to Kula. Taken, 1-1 is the count now. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw back over. In time. That should be number 6, Moser, now taken as a courtesy runner for Fickett. Stillwell now ready to face Kula. Next pitch, breaking ball. Try to go low, but went a little too low there. Moves the count to 2-1 now. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's going to be flown out to left field. Is that going to get it down in time? No, it is not. Pickowitz gets underneath it, and that will be the first out of the inning.
Stillwell getting him to swing under that one, fly it out to left field. Good way for them to get 1 out, and it wasn't deep enough for that runner at first to tag up, so they'll keep him right where he's at, and the double play is now in order. We saw a double play to end last inning, so we know these defenses can turn it. Let's see if they can get a good pitch to him.
So that's going to bring us back up to Preston Wingett, leadoff hitter for the A's. First pitch taken in the dirt. Ball 1-0 is the count. The A's able to get 7 runners, 7 at-bats in last half inning. Now back up to the top of the lineup. Throw back over to first, keep Moser close. And Moser's back out making his lead. Wingett ready to get his strides in. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, back door, does catch the inside corner. Evens up the count, 1-1 now. Wingett 0 for 1 today, starting things off with a fly out to center field. Pretty good hit, but Jimenez didn't have to move a whole lot that last at bat. So the 1-1 pitch. Taken low again. Count has moved up to 2-1 now. The good thing, though, about this Lumberjack team, they don't panic a whole lot. They have been down before early. They recognize that they have to bring it back a little bit, but they don't panic this early on in the game.
No, they keep their heads about them.
Ground ball over the second base side. Carranza throws over to Gebhardt. Gebhardt spins around and makes the play. That's a very impressive 4-6-3 double play. And that will do it. Like I said, not a whole lot of panicking, just making the right plays. So no runs allowed on that. No runs allowed in that top half inning. We're going to the bottom of the second. We'll see what the Lumberjacks can do right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. Welcome back now to the PSCL Championship game on the PSCL YouTube channel. Brae, Foust, and Austin Stokes covering the game for you today. So the A's were able to have themselves a nice little 6-3 double play in the bottom of the first, but the Lumberjacks showed off themselves, having themselves a double play to get them out of the top of the second.
Yeah,
now
they've been efficient so far. Going to need to get the bats hot and tear down that lead. Their pitching staff has been able to keep the A's right where they are, 2-0. It's a comfortable lead for the A's, but the Lumberjacks have shown that they've been able to fight back from a deficit like this in games past. And with 9 innings, more opportunity.
Absolutely. This is going to be Pickowitz up to start things off for the Lumberjacks. Throw by Sanchez is going to be a little high. Taken for a ball. 1-0 is the count. And Stillwell against Sanchez. Stillwell definitely has a little bit of an edge, throwing 12 pitches only in the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 pitch. Taken, does move over to the inside corner, connects. 1-1 is the count now. Yeah, 12 pitches against 30 pitches. Does help out, though, that you do get a double play from your infield. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Looked like he went over it. Count has now moved to 1-2.
Good way to get him 1-2 here. The A's looking to keep the lead where it is. Not allow another run. Get the first out quickly. That way, if they get a guy on, they can turn another spectacular double play.
1-2 pitch. Way up, way outside. Count is evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looked like a pretty good waste pitch, though, by Sanchez. So 2-2 is the count. Sanchez gets his sign. He kicks, and he deals. That's going to be in the dirt. Count has moved up full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fickett, even with nobody on, he's still working hard back there. You have to keep that ball in front of them. That's what you like to see from a catcher, even with nobody on, still be a shield.
Yeah, he's springing out of that stance quickly to make sure that ball doesn't hit the backstop. Way to go, Fickett.
Well, the payoff pitch is on its way. Swung on and missed. Got him on the off-speed pitch. Pickowitz down. Set on swinging strikes, and that's going to be out number one here in the bottom of the second inning. Looked like an off-speed pitch, maybe a breaking ball of some sorts by Sanchez, but nonetheless, that's out number 1. That's going to bring up Griffin. Oh, his bat just broke in front of him.
Well, not a good way to start off.
No, that's not good at all. Took one practice swing. It just fell off. He's only holding one hand of a handle.
Sanchez sawing him off before he even steps in the box.
That's how dangerous he's saying he is right now. Sanchez not even letting Griffin get up to the plate before he breaks his bat. Oh, we like to have fun here in the PSCL, especially on championship day.
Yeah, keep the energy high. We've been looking forward to this matchup. These players have been looking forward to this matchup. I don't know about you, Brae. I'm excited.
I'm very excited for sure. We have plenty of innings left to go. A lot of time left for the Lumberjacks to catch back up. First pitch to Drew Griffin. Taken, does catch the outside corner, called strike. 0-1 to start things off. Drew Griffin of San Bernardino Valley College. Outfielder and first baseman by trade. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded down the right left field line. That's going to stay fair. Drew Griffin's going to have himself a single. Apparently can't see where it is, though. He's going to sprint, though, over to second base, and he's going to have himself a stand-up double. Yeah, usually when those kind of plays, it's the outfielder that can't find the ball, but Drew Griffin didn't know where he hit it. And he's going to have himself, though, a stand-up double.
Well, that's a good way to get a runner in scoring position, and now the Lumberjacks have a chance for this hitter to trade places with that runner on second. A good way for them to get back on the board. One of my favorite things about this game today, Brae, we have no favorites here. We're not pulling for one team like we do for power games. I'm just excited to see good baseball from both sides.
I love me some good old non-biased broadcasting. We get to have some fun here. Call a good championship ball game between two teams that have worked their tails off to get here. That's going to bring up Owen Powers to start to get things going with Griffin over at second base. Sanchez, first time he's in a little trouble here. First pitch to Power. Can be taken up high for a ball. 1-0 to start things off. Umpires of Jefferson College. Again, this first chops today. Next pitch down the left field line again. And the Lumberjacks are going to have them put the first run on the board themselves. Griffin around, catches home plate. That's a good old-fashioned switcheroo of places. Owen Powers with an RBI double. It is now 2-1 A's.
So that'll help them bring the lead down to 1 here in the early goings. Didn't want those A's to get too comfortable with their lead. Now it's just cut down to 1, and a good hitter due up for him now.
That's going to bring up Brecken Hadley of St. Olaf College. Has an opportunity to tie this ball game up with that runner at second base. First pitch to him, a little too far outside. Count starts off 1-0. Just like that, Lumberjacks back in the driver's seat. 1-0 pitch. Swung on. That's going to be driven out to center field. Underneath it is Wingett. He's trying to dive out. Does not get it, though. Powers having to tag, though, just in case. Gets over to third base in time, though, so doesn't come around to tie the game up. But nonetheless, that's going to be another double for the Lumberjacks. They have runners at second, third, and we still only have 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, they have a chance here to take the lead and get some runners moving around.
Coach Brae checking on his center fielders to make sure. Yeah, Powers, he had to tag up on that one just in case Wingett caught that. As soon as the ball dropped, he did go to third, but luckily Sanchez over in left field was able to be right behind him to make the backup and keep Powers at third to keep this a 1-run ball game still. So that's going to bring up Carranza up to the plate now for the Lumberjacks, and a prime opportunity to not only tie the game but take the lead. First pitch, that's going to be a fly ball right behind us, though. We're going to start things off with an 0-1 count. And I just realized, Austin, it's been all summer long. We still have not had one foul ball in this press box.
You know, we're running out of time. I just need it to happen. I need a chance to flash the leather, grab one. Maybe the umpire will be so impressed he'll call him out.
Good old-fashioned fly-out 10 here. 0-1 pitch. Taken just a little high. Count has moved up even, 1 ball and 1 strikes. Yeah, we only have 5.5 innings left. We got to get some fly balls going in here.
Yeah,
quickly.
I need to send a text down to these dugouts. Let these guys know to swing under one. Give me an opportunity.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. 1-1 pitch. Swung on. That's going to be driven out a little too far foul. Moves the count up to 1 ball and 2 strikes for Carranza.
Carranza is generating a lot of the power with his hands, not really utilizing the upper body as much as he'd like to so far, leaving the legs out of the swing. That's one of the reasons why he keeps popping the ball way out of play. Needs to generate power, torque with the hips, throw the lower body into the swing. That'll help him put one over that 400 sign.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging, and that is a big out for Sanchez. That's going to be out number 2. That's going to just leave up Binyam Gebhardt now to get things going here with 2 outs now in the bottom of the second.
So with 2 outs, Gebhardt, a good contact hitter, moving down to the 9-hole today. They're going to look to get him on base so that way they've got speed all the way around.
Yeah, we've seen him lead off a lot of times here for the Lumberjacks, but he's been a really good 9-hole hitter as well. Getting speed on the base path. First pitch to him. Breaking ball, tried to go back door inside. Doesn't connect, though. 1-0 to start things off here. And Binyam has been like a star player that I've been recognizing a whole lot this season. He's got the speed, he's got the glove, able to make contact a lot. He's been a really good asset here for the Lumberjacks. 1-0 pitch. Taken outside, 2-0 to start things off now. Also has been taking pitches well. Recognizing what is a strike, what is not a strike easily. So 2-0 is the count. Sanchez kicks, and he deals. Swung on, that's going to be fouled. Oh, right over our heads. Awesome, we just missed it again.
Yeah, just had a chance to get a play going. Got plenty more opportunities.
Gebhardt, as we said, he's been batting really well as a 1 and 9 hitter. 371 average, 476 OBP. Knows how to get himself on base. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball, a little inside, up and in. Count has moved up now to 3-1. Now with Sanchez, do you go with something a little over the plate, or you try and keep it on the outside-inside aspect?
I'm going to try to go with something over the plate. I mean, 3-1. I got to get back in this count, so I don't want to risk walking him. So I'm just going to throw something right over the plate. If he hits it, he hits it. If I get the strike, I get the strike.
Let's see if you're right. 3-1 pitch. Looks like he did go for the heart of the plate. Fouls that off, though. Into the backstop. Count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sanchez got what he wanted. Now he can maybe play around with it, maybe go with another fastball, maybe go with a breaking ball. But nonetheless, he has 1 strike away from getting his team out of the inning with just 1 run across. So 3 balls, 2 strikes is the count to Gebhardt. Sanchez kicks, and he deals. That's going to be in the dirt, though. That's going to be wild. 1 run is going to come across to score. And with that wild pitch, Gebhardt takes his walk, and Powers comes across to score. We have ourselves a brand new ball game. It is now 2-2.
So a good way for them to tie this one up. A bit unusual on the method, but they'll get it done nonetheless. And out comes Coach Donald Brae to have a word with his arm, maybe try and develop a plan, calm him down, maybe give him some words of inspiration, maybe something to help him get the ball over the strike zone.
Maybe just something to calm him down. Let him know that his team is still right behind him. Probably just recognizing, hey, don't be panicking right now. Nothing to panic about. It's still the bottom of the second. You have a force play now at second base. Ground ball will do it. Fly ball will do it. Just keep throwing pitches. Keep them hitting. Eventually they're going to make a mistake. So Ozzy Osbourne now playing out here in the ball field, trying to get things going. Get this crowd rallying back behind the A's and the Lumberjacks for that matter. It's going to go back to the top of the lineup now for the Lumberjacks. It's going to be Jimenez. First outing was hit by a pitch, clipped on the shoulder. Ready to get his first official at bat going. Sanchez has a sign. Gebhardt takes his lead. First pitch. And that actually went inside again and hit Gebhardt again. So Gebhardt's going to be moving over to first, and we have now bases loaded here.
So Jimenez being clipped by that one. So he's still going to wait for his first technical AB of the day. He'll get a chance next time around, but that'll bring up the pitcher, Caden Stillwell.
0-for-1 today. You know, the good thing about that hit by pitch is you don't have to worry about Gebhardt stealing now. All you have now is just bases loaded, a force any bag. Get him out of this inning right here. First pitch, swung on, that's going to be foul off out of play. Starts the count 0-1. That's the good news on that end. Bad news is you're in a lot of trouble of letting a lot of runs score here.
Yeah, he just needs 1 good pitch to get himself out of this one and get his bats back up and able to regain that lead that they had in the top of the first. A low-scoring ball game so far.
So 0-1 is the count to Stillwell. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded over the third base side. That's going to get through. 1 run is across the score. Gebhardt rounds third, heading home. The play of the plate is going to be over his head, and that's going to score the second run. And that right there is Sanchez with two RBIs there. It is now 4-2 Lumberjacks.
Well, they've opened this one up and taken the lead right back from the A's, putting it on them here. 4 runs in the bottom of inning number 2. They can continue to pour it on with runners on. A good base hit could open this game up 6-2.
That's going to bring up Harmon up to the plate now again. Grounded into that double play in the bottom of the first inning. Hoping to make things up right here and right now. First pitch to him. Inside for a ball. Start things off. 1-0 is the count.
Way inside, almost running in and finding the leg of the hitter there. Almost loading up the bases with 2 outs.
Sanchez has a sign. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on. That's going to be driven out to left field. Sanchez gets underneath it, though, and that is going to do it for the inning. But not before the Lumberjacks have strolled back right into this lead. They've taken a 4-2 lead going into the top of the third. We'll see what the A's can do right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. Welcome back now to the PSCL Championship ball game. The A's against the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks hitting a 4 spot in the bottom of the second inning, have taken the lead early on in this ball game. But like I said, it's just the bottom of the second inning. Still got plenty of outs, plenty of time left. The A's have plenty of chances to get back into this.
And a good leadoff hitter here, Richie Almavisca, one of their better bats in this lineup, batting in the 2 spot today. The 2, 3, 4 due up for him. That's dangerous, and I'm a little worried if I'm Stillwell.
Absolutely struggled against these guys in the top of the first inning, letting 2 runs come across. First pitch to Almavisca, that's going to be popped up, though. That's what you wanted from your batter, though. Carranza underneath it. Makes the grab, and that's going to be a 1-pitch, 1-out situation. Good piece of pitching there to get the pop out.
After giving up quite a bit of runs in the top of the first on a good number of pitches, he's going to get a quick out right there. He needed that to regain some confidence and some stride.
So with that 1-pitch, 1-out, that's going to bring up Sanchez, who's 1 for 1 today off of a single to right field. First pitch to him. Taking a little high. Good eye there. 1-0 is the count. Yep, we got a little throwaway here.
Pitch hitting is number 5, Alex Hagan.
So it'll be Hagan pinch hitting here. He's been a great person in the lineup for them so far this season, defensively and offensively.
Next pitch going to be fouled off. 1-1 to start things off now. You're going early on with these pinch hitters for the A's. 1-1 pitch. Swung on ground over the first base side. Griffin. That's going to get through to Griffin. out to the right field side, and Hagen's going to have himself an easy base hit. And the A's have a runner on the base path with still 1 out in the inning. Looked like it was going to be a tough play for Griffin to make no matter what. A little too far for Carranza's glove as well. Just threaded the needle right then and there. And it looks like from our notes, we've been informed that Willie Sanchez is out of the game. Probably just for safety measures. First pitch to Braden Wingett is going to be taken for a ball. 1-0 is the count. 1-0 pitch. Swung on. That's driven out deep out to left field line. If it stays fair, that might be gone. No, it's not. It's not going to get out in time. Pickowitz with a long run, able to make the fly ball catch. It is now 2 outs. Boy, he rocketed that up high. A little too high, though.
Yeah, a good way to range over for Pickowitz and get that out, a hard-earned second out, but better for him to catch it than allow that to get down. Could have been a double, maybe even a triple.
Almost was showing off that he almost showed off thinking he could be part of the home run derby that happened last night. First pitch to Ty Potts in this at-bat, taken for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Did you have a chance to watch the home run derby last night?
I did. I had a great time. Had the fellas over. Good atmosphere going.
Congrats to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on winning that last night. 1-0 pitch taken for a ball. 2-0 is the count.
Big round from Julio Rodriguez, putting up 41.
41. Jeez,
yeah,
it was incredible.
Looking forward to the All-Star game tonight.
Next pitch going to be driven out to the right side. That is going to get down. And Potts is going to have himself another base hit, or his first base hit of the day, and he's going to put runners now. Look like a nice line drive. Just push that out to the right field line, and has himself an easy 1-for-1 day so far. That's going to bring up Ty Farwell, 1-for-1 today for him. Hit that line drive in the first inning.
The big first baseman has been a power threat at the dish for him. He's made some really good hits this season.
First pitch, he's going to pop that up, though. Oh, Power's trying to get underneath it. Is he going to have enough room? Oh, he went a little too far. Read that a little too well and ran a little too past it. And so Farwell is going to have himself just a foul ball. Luckily, just that. Especially with 2 outs, runners at first and second. Down by 2, you need this at bat going. So 0-1 to start things off here. Farwell at the plate. Hagen at second and Potts at first. Next pitch by Stillwell. Breaking ball catches that outside corner. Just barely nicked it, but barely is enough here. 0-2 to start things off now.
Some action now out in the A's bullpen. Might be seeing a new arm for them in the next couple innings.
Farwell trying to make sure that he gives his guy a little bit more time to warm up. Maybe put some runs on the board right here, right now. So no balls and 2 strikes. Stillwell has his sign. Looks over at Hagen. He kicks and he deals. Swung on. That's going to be driven out to the shortstop. Gebhardt gets right underneath it. Makes the grab, and that will do it for the top of the 3rd inning. So the A's able to relieve runners at second and first, but are not able to get anybody across. The Lumberjacks up now in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll see what they can do right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. Welcome back now to the PSCL Baseball Network. A's against the Lumberjacks here in the PSCL Championship. A's not able to take advantage of runners at first and second. They're now back in the field for the bottom of the third. And Pickowitz is going to start things off for the Lumberjacks here.
Pickowitz making a great play out in left, really ranging over a long way to get his team an out.
Sanchez back on the mound now for the A's. Trying to keep this just a couple runs short. First pitch of the inning. Looked like a fastball, a little too far outside though. 1-0 to start things off to Pickowitz. And some action going on now in the Lumberjacks bullpen. We might be seeing a new arm there for them at the top of the fourth. 1-0 pitch is going to be high and outside. Even moves the count now to 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 is the count. Sanchez starting off a little slow here in the bottom of the third inning. Next pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Had Pickowitz chasing on that end. Looked like a two-seamer action of some sorts. Moves outside and moves the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Just about done for the season for both PSCL and the Power. Next pitch taken for a ball, 3 balls and 1 strike. This being the last ball game here on the PSCL network, and the Palm Spring Power just about done with their season as well.
Last home game this Friday. Playoff game number 1 of the season for the Power. Going to be our final one, though. It's been a great summer.
Absolutely. It's been a blast here in Palm Springs, California. 3-1 pitch. Taken, though, up in the zone. Doesn't connect, though, and Pickowitz is going to have himself a walk. And the Lumberjacks have a man on first base with nobody out. Another patient at bat for a Lumberjack. And another base runner for them. That's going to bring up Drew Griffin. 1 for 1 today after that double to the left field. And a couple series of extra base hits for the Lumberjacks in this part of the lineup. Looking to get a couple more. Sanchez has a sign, looks over to Pickowitz. He kicks, he deals. First pitch that's going to be driven out to the left field, though. Hagan underneath it makes the grab, and that's going to be out number 1. Didn't have to move a whole lot there. And that's going to be the first out of the bottom of the third.
An efficient way to get an out here. Now the double plays in order up the middle, so it'll be Kula and Amaviska that are going to look to turn 2 and protect the second base. Going to see a lot of stuff low and away, try to get him to roll over it.
That's going to bring up Owen Powers up to the plate. Runner goes, heads up. Literally heads up. Owen Powers ducking, and Sanchez just doinks him right on the helmet. And Pickowitz can't even be rewarded a stolen base. Owen Powers rewarded a hit by pitch. Well, if you're going to get hit by a pitch, either a breaking ball to the back or just right on top of the helmet where you don't feel nothing but a little vibration. These helmets are pretty cushy nowadays. So that's going to bring up Hadley now, 1 for 1 today. Had another one of the doubles in that series of doubles. Now the runner at second base. First pitch to him. Breaking ball in the dirt. That's going to get wild, though, and that's going to move the runners now over to second and third. Pickowitz and Powers now moving over to second and third off the wild pitch. And Hadley has an opportunity to extend this lead for the Lumberjacks. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball over the heart of the plate. Nice pitch there. Moves the count even, 1 ball and 1 strike.
So 1-1 count, but you've got runners in scoring position, so you've got to be careful here.
The 1-1 pitch taken over the left end corner outside. Called strike, 1-2 is the count now. Big pitch there by Sanchez. An even bigger one coming up now. He's not playing in, though. He's going to get probably that out at first base. Next pitch over, grounded over to the second base. That's going to hop over Kula. That's going to score a run. Here comes a second run across the plate. He's going to get down and safe. Hadley moves over to second off the throw. And the Lumberjacks have now extended this lead even wider. It is now 6-2 Jacks.
A commanding lead here in the early innings. They're going to look to hang on to that throughout the remainder of the game. And a comfortable lead for them, 4 runs through just a couple innings.
So now with a 6-2 ball game for the Lumberjacks, that's going to bring up Jose Carranza. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging. But now with a commanding lead, he might have some confidence on this Lumberjacks team as they've taken a 6-2 lead here. And still only 1 out in the inning. First pitch by Sanchez. Taken outside for a ball. Starts the count off 1-0. Sanchez struggling a little bit now. They might have to get an arm going. Ready to go. Coming in. Next pitch going to be fouled off, though. Chopper off the net. Count moves up even, 1 ball and 1 strike. So even count now at 1-1. Outfield playing no doubles. Don't want another run to score. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball a little too far inside. Almost hit him. Lose the count, though, at 2-1. Sanchez, after a good bottom of the first inning, struggling in the second and third. 2-1 pitch. Swung on. That's driven out deep to center field. Wingette's going to get burned. That's going to get over his head. Hadley comes rounding third, heading home. Carranza rounds second. He's headed third for the triple, and he's going to have a stand-up triple here.
A big hit from him right there. That'll open this game up even more. A 5-run lead for the Lumberjacks. They're comfortable here, but they're going to look to keep pouring it on, Brae.
And unfortunately, that will do it for Sanchez. He is unfortunately throwing a little too much, and his day is over. So after the stand-up triple by Carranza, we're going to have ourselves a new pitcher. We're going to let him have some warm-up throws, and we'll be right back here. Lumberjacks lead 7-2 right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. We are back now here on the PSCL YouTube network. We do have a new pitcher for the A's. On the back it says number 4, but that would be Watson, and Watson is actually not a pitcher on our schedule, so we're trying to figure out who that is. First pitch wild, though. Carranza is going to make it over to home plate, though. And that's going to make the ball game now a 8-2 game. 4th run in this bottom of the 3rd inning. Fortunately, not a whole hot start there for our new pitcher here for the A's. That wild pitch is going to score a run. 8-2 ball game, 1-0 is the count. Here's the pitch to Gebhardt. Taken, evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
So moving to a 6-run lead here, putting up 4 in the past 2 innings are the Lumberjacks.
Next pitch swinging. Gebhardt can't connect, though. Count is now 1-2. So 1-2 is the count. Here is the pitch. Swung on. That's going to be grounded over to Amaviska. And Amaviska is not going to keep his glove down. That's going to get through. And Gebhardt now on the base path off the E6 there. And still only 1 out in the inning. And now it's going to bring up to the top of the lineup. It's going to be Jimenez. Jimenez has been hit by a pitch not once but twice. So no official at bat. Hoping to get things started here now for himself. First pitch to him. Catch that outside corner, called strike. 0-1 to start things off.
Beautiful day here at Palm Springs Stadium, huh, Brae? Palm trees
absolutely.
swaying. Got the mountains behind us.
We're gonna be leaving here. Go back to our own home states. 0-1 pitch over the heart of the plate. Called strike. 0-2 to start things off. We're gonna be going back to our own home states. Me, Texas. No mountains, no palm trees. It's gonna be a weird feeling going back there. Just straight plains.
Yeah, definitely no palm trees in the natural state of Arkansas, so I'm going to take it in while I still can.
So 0-2. And Jimenez battles back. Keeps the count 0-2 off that foul ball. Still no word on who is actually starting for the A's. We're trying to figure that out. As soon as we can, we will let you guys know here on the PSCL network. Till then, all we can tell you is there's a runner at first, 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. Score 8-2 Lumberjacks. Next pitch, Jimenez swung on and missed. And that's going to put Jimenez on the bench with 2 outs now in the bottom of the 3rd off the swinging strikeout. That's going to bring up the pitcher and designated hitter, Caden Stillwell.
Not very often do you see someone DHing for themselves. Definitely shows that he's got the skill.
First pitch to him is going to be taken for a ball, 1-0 to start things off. So Stillwell with his batting. I mean, why wouldn't you? He's batting a 400 to start things off this season and start this game off. Batting 400, OBP at 514, 433 slugging. He's doing what you want as a hitter. And then he's got some great numbers on his pitching stats. Like we said, just under 3 ERA, 22 total strikeouts. Next pitch fouled off. That went right behind us. And the count is even up at 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike for Mr. Caden Stillwell with an open stance. Here we go. 1-1 pitch. That's going to be foul off. That's going to be another one out of play.
Good swing at that one. That ball had a lot of backspin, so that means he caught really up under that one. But a good swing from him nonetheless. Got the hands down quick, bat through the zone. But the pitcher for the A's just needing 1 more good pitch to get themselves out of it.
Wants to keep this as close as a game as you possibly can, even though you've given up 8 runs in 2 innings. There's still a lot of time left. Still a couple innings. Throw back over to first. That's going to be a little high, though. Farwell can't make the tab. Gebhardt. Looks like he's scaring our pitcher for the A's right here. As he should. He's got some quick feet on them. Next pitch swung on, foul off back into the park again. And we'll do it again at 1-2 strikes. Good battle here. Just an absolute top-notch team the Lumberjacks have been, and they have been proving it these last few half innings. Able to take a 6-run lead. Still in the bottom of the third inning. 1-2 pitch. Gebhardt goes. That's going to be a little grounder. Hit and run was on. That's going to get through the gap between first and second. Gebhardt rounded second, heads over to third, and still will have himself a base hit, and the Lumberjacks have runners at the corners. Boy, even with 2-strike count, a bad pitcher's count, Stillwell able to produce with a hit and run right there.
Yeah, so with 2 outs and runners at the corners, they have a good opportunity to continue to open this game up, put another run on the board here in the bottom of the third, and just keep the runs pouring in. 8-2 the score here.
First pitch to Harmon. Checked his swing just barely, but barely was able to nick the bat. Starts off with a foul ball, 0-1 to count. So 0-1. Here's the pitch. Taken, catches that outside corner, called strike. 0-2 is the count now. Nice placement there of the fastball. Looked like maybe a possible 2-seamer. Moved over to the outside corner. Harmon 0 for 2 today. Doesn't want to go 0 for 3. But has a chance to get another run on the board. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's going to be driven down the left field line, but that is going to get foul. And we will do it again at 0-2. That left field line has been a big friend for the Lumberjacks. A couple of base hits, a couple of RBIs coming from some good line drives and ground balls up that left field line. Even with Potts covering a good chunk of it, still getting through. Runner goes, taken, doesn't connect though, and Stillwell will make it to second base with no throw.
While they do have a 1-2 count with 2 outs, you still have to be mindful of both your runners in scoring position. We've seen that they both have speed, so you have to be careful here. You don't want to allow anyone to get on that you don't need on. Don't want to load the bases up.
Next pitch inside. Does not connect though. Count has moved up even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Harmon, one of the few with no hits. 2-2 pitch. Catches that inside corner. Strike 3 called. And that's going to get the A's back on the bats. But not before the Lumberjacks hit themselves with another 4 spot in the bottom of the third. They've taken a commanding lead 8-2. We're going to the top of the fourth. The A's have some work to do right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. Welcome back now to the PSCL Championship ball game on the PSCL YouTube channel. Brae, Foust, Austin, Stokes here on the call. The Lumberjacks have taken a commanding lead going into the top of the fourth inning, and the A's are a little behind. Have got to make up some ground here. Stillwell still on the mound. First pitch to McCracken is going to be taken for a ball. 1-0 to start things off. It is a 6-run deficit, but we have seen some crazy things here on the PSCL and the game of baseball nonetheless. Next pitch in the dirt. Count now moves 2 balls and no strikes. All you need is 1 out, and you have a chance. You still always have a chance, even with 1 out left in your game. 2-0 pitch. Fastball catches the heart of the plate, moves the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike. Good pitch there by Stillwell. Had to get something over.
Yeah, not a bad pitch right there. Able to get himself back in here, 2-1, needing just another good pitch.
Next pitch, though, is a little high. He's got the zone down pretty well, but unfortunately not getting it down on that end, but moves the count now to 3 balls and 1 strike.
If you're Stillwell, you're comfortable right here. I mean, 6-run lead, you've got a lot of room to work with. You don't want to give up any runs because you want to keep that score right where it is. But if you do, you're okay. You're still got time to work. Full count here, just 1 good pitch to get your out.
Last one, McCracken chops foul over to the Lumberjacks dugout. Moves it full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Do you have some action in the Lumberjack bullpen? Probably just someone to keep warm in case. The payoff pitch. Fastball catches that outside corner. Strike 3 called. And McCracken is sat down on strikes. A beautiful pitch there.
McCracken wanted to head down to first with the walk there, but they're not going to give it to him.
A little frustrated with himself, as I would be too. Was a close pitch, but did connect on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Stillwell. And now we got Fickett up to the plate. 0 for 1 today, taking first pitch. 0-1 to start the at-bat. 0-1 pitch on its way. Swung on and missed, and that's going to move the count to a good pitcher's count. 0-2 is the count.
Stillwell finding a stride this at-bat, finding the zone on 2 good pitches, looking for the punchy.
So the 0-2 pitch on its way. Breaking ball, a little too much of a break there. Moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Not a bad miss. Good idea, maybe get him to throw the bat out there, try and make contact.
So the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, that's going to be popped up. Gebhardt trying to get underneath it. He's going to wave everyone over. Makes the grab, and that is going to be out number 2. Gebhardt with a little trickery of the glove, able to make that catch, and we have 2 outs now in the top of the 4th. So with that pop out, that's going to bring up Kula. 0 for 1 today. With a fly out to left field. Hoping to possibly get a 2-out rally going here for the A's. First pitch to him. Just a little too far outside. Ball 1.
So 1-0 count. Good opportunity for them to get someone on board with 2 outs.
Next pitch, that's going to be fouled out of play. Evens the count up 1-1.
Good swing at that from Kula. Kula has been one of the champions on the A's lineup of getting good swings, good hand-to-ball contact. Going to look to keep that one going, but a good even count for Stillwell. This is just a good game all around so far, despite the score.
Absolutely. Next pitch, Kula's going to chop that over to the third base side. Powers trying to go underneath it. Unfortunately, is going to get over his head. Just taps his glove, and Gebhardt can't back him up. Looked like it was going to be tough play nonetheless. But nonetheless, either way, the A's have themselves a base runner on the base path. And with that fine play, Preston Wingett up to the plate now again. Get his 3rd plate appearance going. First pitch to Wingate. It's going to be taken for a strike. 0-1 to start things off. Nice little placement there. Kula ready to move if he needs to. The 0-1 pitch. Taken. That's going to be popped up. Carranza and Griffin underneath it. Griffin's going to get underneath it. Foley have to Sutter step a little to his back, but he does make the catch, and that's going to do it for the top of the fourth inning. So the Gays, unfortunately, not able to get a run across. They're going to have to do some more defense as the Lumberjacks go in the bottom of the fourth with a 6-run lead. We'll see if they can make it even more right here on the PSCL Baseball Network.
Oh, yeah.
We've reached now the bottom of the fourth inning in this championship ball game. The Lumberjacks with a 6-run lead and has a chance to even make this more in the bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch on his way. Take and catch that outside corner. Called strike. 0-1 to start things off here. Pickowitz 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging, and his last plate appearance was a walk. The 0-1 pitch. Taken outside. Doesn't connect. 1-1 to start things off now. So, yeah, according to our stat line, number 4 is considered Watson. Next pitch taken. Breaks right into that one over the plate. Moves the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're pretty sure that's not Watson, but like I said, we're trying to confirm that. Trying to get some info, but we'll get that to you as soon as we can. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. Does not connect. Evens the count up to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pickowitz trying to start their Lumberjack team with another 4 spot here in the bottom of the fourth. Next pitch. Swung on. That's going to be driven out to left field, but right at the glove at Alex Hagan, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. Nice placement there. Good hit by Pickowitz, but unfortunately Hagan was just right there at the right time.
Quality contact has been the story of the day for this Lumberjacks team. They've hit the ball well, and, I mean, it's paid off. 8 runs through just 3 complete innings, now 3 1/3. They're going to look to keep pouring it on. Can't blame them.
Absolutely.
Never stay comfortable with the lead.
Enjoying their time here at this championship ball game. First pitch going to be fouled off. Count's going to move to 0-1 now.
So it'll be Marcus Sanders who's in the game for the A's.
Well, Sanders, ready to go. He kicks and he deals. Fastball, he liked that, catcher like that, but a little too far inside. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So they even count now. Sanders kicks, he deals. That one catches the outside corner, moves the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nice placement on the fastball. And Watson's going to have to defend now.
Good pitch right there from Sanders. Make it 1-2.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Looked like a breaking ball, doesn't come down though in time. Moves the count even, 1 ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here is the pitch. Another breaking ball, trying to go back door inside, but
And
does not connect. Full count now.
A beautiful 2-2 breaking ball there. Surprised he didn't get the call or didn't get a swing. But hey, a full count, so another opportunity to set him down.
Payoff pitch. That one is going to be a little too low. And that is going to put a runner on the base path for the Lumberjacks. We've seen what they can do with just 1 runner on the base path. As Griffin makes his way over to first base. That's going to bring up Owen Powers.
So 1 runner on with 1 away. Owen Powers is going to look to move him up and avoid the double play. Might see another hit and run. We saw it work for him earlier.
First pitch to him going to be in the dirt, though. That might be enough for Griffin to make it over, and he does make it in time off the wild pitch. So now the Lumberjacks have themselves a runner in scoring position again. So 1-0 is the count. Here's the next pitch. Taken, catches that inside corner. 1-1 is the count now. Pretty good take there by Powers. Would have been a jam shot to swing at that one. So the 1-1 pitch on its way, heads up. Turns his back, lets that breaking ball hit him in the back, and he has himself
So 2 runners on with just 1 away. The A's need some outs.
That was Owen Powers' second hit by pitch today. Been doing well getting on the base path at least today. Fortunately, he's been doing it the hard way. That's going to bring up Hadley now, 2 for 2 today with a single and a double. First pitch he's going to do swung on and missed. A little too low on that end. 0-1 to start things off. Next pitch is going to be fouled off. Count has now moved to 0-2 now.
Looked like it might have caught their catcher Fickett there. He doesn't look too banged up though, so he'll be ready to go. 1 more good pitch needed from Sanders.
So the count now is 0-2. Drew Griffin over at second base. Owen Powers at first. Hadley trying to score at least one of those here. Doesn't want to get into a double play, though. The 0-2 pitch. Taken. Pretty nice waist pitch there. Trying to go chasing on the outside. Moves the count now to 1-2, though. So 1-2 count. Sanders kicks and he deals. Breaking ball comes right back over to the heart of the plate. And Hadley is going to be set down on strikes. A big put out by Sanders, and that's going to be out number 2 here in the bottom of the 4th.
Good way for them to get the second out of the inning, just needing one more to put up a scoreless frame up against the Lumberjacks here, something they haven't seen since the first inning when those bats really started to heat up in the bottom of the second. 8 runs on 7 hits, 1 error apiece for both of these teams. A's with 2 runs, 5 hits.
First pitch to Jose Carranza is going to foul that out of play. Starts the count out 0-1. Carranza 1 for 2 today after that big triple that burned Preston Wingett over in center field. Looking for some more damage here. Has a prime opportunity to do so. Sanders looks over at second base. Back over at Griffin again. Kicks and deals. Heads up a little too far inside. Had to brush Carranza off the plate. Evens the count up 1 ball, 1 strikes. So with an even count now. Sander has his sign, looking for that 1 ground ball or pop up. Next pitch, way right behind the back of Carranza. That's going to be an easy wild pitch and an easy take of the bases between Griffin and Powers. And now the Lumberjacks, runners both in scoring position, still with only 2 outs. So 2-1 is the count. Carranza now with a big opportunity to get some more runs on the board for him. 2-1 pitch. Swung on. That's going to be popped up. Out of play, though. And once again, Austin, right over our heads. Didn't get here.
Almost another good opportunity for us, but hey, there's a 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2 runners on, so the A's are going to need to get themselves back up to the plate and get those bats a chance to bring this one back.
Sanders has a sign. He kicks and he deals outside. Ball 3 fills the count up, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The good news is the runners are not in an automatic stealing position, so they're going to have to wait right there and wait to see if Carranza can hit him across the score. The payoff pitch. Swung on. That's going to be up the middle. Is it going to get through? No. Viska gets the ball, throws over to first in time, and that will be out number 3 here in the bottom of the 4th. So Sanders able to get out of a pretty tricky predicament, and we are now going into the top of the 5th. The A's have some work to do, though. They are down by 6. We'll see if they can do so right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. First pitch in the top of the 5th inning by Caden Stillwell, taken by Amaviska. 1-0 to start things off here in the top of the 5th inning. Lumberjacks up 8-2 in this championship ball game on the PSCL. But the A's still have a lot of outs and a lot of heart left to keep this game as close as they can. Fastball low in the dirt. 2-0 to start things off in this at-bat. All it takes is one good inning by the A's, and they're back in this. 2-0 pitch. Swung on them. That might be things going early on for the A's. A nice line shot out to left field. And Amaviska has himself an early base hit. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. He rocketed that right up in between Gebhardt and Powers. That's going to bring up Hagan up to the plate, 1 for 1 today after a single out to right field. So the first pitch of this half inning for him, way outside, easy take there. 1-0 to start things off. Stillwell still on the mound for the Lumberjacks. 4 innings complete, 71 pitches now. Might be getting a little tired, but the Lumberjacks might have an arm ready to go just in case. Throw back over to first. Might have thrown a little too far out. Luckily, Griffin was able to grab that. So 1-0 is the count to Hagan. Next pitch is going to be driven out to left field. Unfortunately, not going to be deep enough. Pickowitz gets underneath it, makes the grab, and that will be out number 1. Aviska having to run back over to first.
So an efficient way to get an out there. That'll help him out big time in the long run. So good way to keep that runner on first at bay, especially with a lead like this, looking to keep it going here in the middle innings.
That's going to bring up one of the Wingett brothers, Braden Wingett, 0 for 1 today with a sac fly in the first inning and a fly out to left field. So Pickowitz might need to get ready after two at-bats with Wingett hitting over to him. First pitch in the dirt for a ball, 1-0 to start things off.
More action now out in the A's bullpen. Might see a new pitcher here in the next few innings.
1-0 pitch. That's going to be driven pretty deep out to center field. Jimenez trying to get underneath it. Does so. Makes the grab, and that is going to be out number 2. Pretty good hit right there, but the depth of the Palm Springs Stadium catches them again. A deep ball is not going to be enough here. Yeah, he hit that pretty deep out there, almost 380. So, and that's still not going to be enough here. Not enough to get to the warning track in Palm Springs Stadium. So the first pitch to Ty Potts. Breaking ball doesn't catch the outside corner. Starts the count off 1-0. Potts with a walk and a single to the right field side. Throw back over to keep Amaviska close, who hasn't been able to move after that nice line drive to left field. So the 1-0 pitch. On its way, the runner goes. Fastball catches that outside corner for a strike. Down, the throw goes in time. No, it is not.
A good throw from the catcher there. Hadley almost had him just a little bit behind him. Nevertheless, a fantastic throw from him.
You know, sometimes when your team is struggling a little bit, you got to do things on your own. Amaviska moves himself over to second base off the speed there. Now just a nice base hit out to the outfield. Gives him a chance to score. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, timed that out pretty close, but a little behind on that end. Moves the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you're an A's guy, you have a runner at second base, you recognize this is still an important at-bat. Again, even 1 run across is going to give you a little bit of a confidence boost when you have a 6-run deficit. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stillwell has a sign. He kicks. He deals. Taken on the outside. Does not connect. Evens the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice pitch by Stillwell, though. Had Potts almost wanting to chase on that end. Nice eye for Potts to just leave that out. Still with a 2-2 count, though. Stillwell has a sign. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Try to get Potts to chase at that one. Doesn't do so. Moves the count 3 balls and 2 strikes full. This could be a big opportunity for the A's to get themselves back in this game. Or if not, at least get a 1 run closer. Amavisca has taking his lead over there. Payoff pitch. Fastball grounded over the second base side. Carranza makes the grab, throws over to first. And that is going to do it for the top of the 5th inning. So, the Lumberjacks leave a runner on the base path, but are not able to score them. We're going into the bottom of the 5th inning with your score still Lumberjacks 8, A's 2. See if they can extend this lead right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. We have reached now the bottom of the 5th inning here in the PSCL Championship, July 11th, 2023. Lumberjacks taking a commanding 8-2 lead. First pitch to Binyam Gebhardt, swung on and missed off the breaking ball. 0-1 start things off. Gebhardt 0 for 1 today with a walk and a grounder that he reached on error by. Next pitch was a ball. 1-1 evens the count up. Sanders with a righty-righty matchup. Next pitch going to be fouled off the net. Moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gebhardt, as we said, has been a big 9-hole, 1-hole hitter. He's got the speed. He's got the contact hitting power. 1-2 pitch. Swung on. That's going to be popped up over to the first base dugout. That's actually going to get into the first base dugout. And we will do it again at 1 ball, 2 strikes. And don't count out the A's again. Like I said, these are the American League champions here in the PSCL. Had that one mistake, that one error on the shortstop side. Other than that, it's just been some good base hitting by the Lumberjacks. Nothing that the A's could do a whole lot of. Next pitch to Gebhardt. It's going to be grounded over the shortstop side. Amavisca has the ball. Throws over to first. And that will be out number 1. Nice play there by Amavisca. Throws it straight up to the chest at Farwell. Even with Gebhardt's speed, wasn't able to catch up to that one. And that's going to be out number 1. So that's going to bring in Jimenez. Has been hit by a pitch not once but twice today. Has also struck out Sween. Ready to get things going himself here in this bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch, swung on. He drives out, pushes that out to the right-hand side a little too far outright. Starts the count off 0-1. We appreciate you guys joining us here on the PSCL YouTube channel. Not only that, thank you for joining us here on the championship ball game here. 0-1 pitch. A little too far inside. Jimenez just about to get hit for a third time. Luckily, it was a breaking ball and broke inside just in time. Even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball checked his swing. Did he go? Well, he didn't check his swing totally. And I think that's what the umpire's ruling. If he checked his swing, then it would have been a strike nonetheless, but no, that is ruled a hit by pitch. Coach Brae trying to defend his players, trying to get every out he can possibly get, every pitch he can get.
Pitcher number 9, Aiden Stillwell.
Yeah, I think our home plate umpire recognized it was a check swing, but he did not go around and hit him. So Jimenez takes his base for the third time off a hit by pitch. First pitch to Caden Stillwell. Catch that inside corner for a strike. 0-1 start things off. Oh, 1 pitch heads up. Stillwell having to duck out of that way. Count moves even, 1 ball, 1 strike, and Jimenez takes his base off the wild pitch. So 1-1 is the count now. So 1 ball and 1 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's driven hard down the left field line, but that is going to get foul. Moves the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stillwell 2 for 3 today with a double and a single. Not only pitching well, but he's hitting well. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball does not connect off the outside corner. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 is the count. Here is the pitch. Swung on, just gets a piece of that. Sanders stays alive. And we will do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we're evened up at 2-2. Runner at second base. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's going to driven out to center field. When get had a little stutter step, but was able to get back there in time. Makes the grab, and that will be out number 2. Had a little bit of a tricky situation there with Preston Wingett. Did the wrong first step as an outfielder. The first step, as always, should be back. As that ball carried, took a step forward. Luckily, it was just right at him for the most part. He was able to make the grab. And that's going to bring up Caleb Harbin now. 0 for 3 today. One of the few Lumberjacks that doesn't have a hit. First pitch is taken for a ball. 1-0 is the count. 1-0 pitch. Inside. That's unfortunately not going to get into the glove of Thicket. That's going to get past him. Moves the count now at 2-0. And he's going to take a moment to go talk to his pitcher, Sanders, real quick. Probably get him a little bit of a cool head. So 2-0 is the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lumberjacks still up 8-2 and has an opportunity to get at least one more run on the board. 2-0 pitch outside. Does connect, though, on the outside corner. He looked a little outside, but nonetheless does connect. 2-1 to start things off. Hey, there's a reason why I'm up here and not down there. Home plate umpire's been doing some fantastic work there and has been very consistent. 2-1 pitch grounded over to the second base side. Kula makes the grab, throws over to Farwell, makes the grab, and that will do it. So we've finished 5 complete innings. We're going into the top of the 6th. The A's are still down 8-2. We'll see if they can get a run back or two. Make this a little bit of a closer game right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. Welcome back now. Ty Farwell going to start things off here for the A's in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch swinging. Does not connect, though. 0-1 start things off. Nice cut, though. A's are still down by 2. Haven't been able to score runs since the top of the 1st inning. 1-0 pitch breaking. 0-1 pitch breaking ball does not come anywhere close, and that's going to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Caden Stillwell still out on the mound. Still pitching very well after having himself a 6-run lead to play with, but he's still running at 82 pitches now, 83, as that line shot does not come into foul territory, does not come into fair territory in time. Who's the count now at 1-2? So 1-2 is the count. Next pitch does not connect, though. Again, evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like Stillwell tried to get Farwell to chase of that one. It's Caden Stillwell against Ty Farwell. It's the battle of the wells right here, folks. And a big, big opportunity. Farwell and the A's only playing with 6 outs left in this game. Next pitch, he's going to ground that over to the second base side. Carranza, unfortunately, Carranza's not going to have a play on that, as he's going to have a E4 ricocheted off his glove. And Farwell has himself, at least, is put on the base path. And that is now going to bring up a pinch hitter for the A's. It's going to be Larson Schultz. First pitch swinging. Doesn't connect, though. Starts the count 0-1. Yeah, Carranza with that E4, letting a runner on the base path. 0-1 is the count. Heads up right behind right behind Schultz, and that is going to move Farwell over to second base now. Moves the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. That next pitch was way outside. Ball 2 moves the count 2 balls and 1 strikes. Next pitch was popped out. Unfortunately, Griffin is going to get there in time. And that is going to be an out for the inning. And with that, there's 1 out now in the inning. It's going to bring up Fickett up to the plate now. First pitch he sees, that's going to be driven out deep to right field. Down is going to make the catch. Harmon does make the grab there. Or did he drop it? He might have dropped it there, actually. Oh, we're going to have a situation here, folks, now. And no, it looks like they are going to, or at least come talk to one another. It is the first base umpire's call, as he is the closest one. Did he make the grab or did he not? We'll have to see. Oh, we're going to have a situation here, folks. Might have dropped it. Might have caught it. Again, this is a big opportunity. Yes, it is going to be a fly out 9. Correction, it's going to be a sac fly. A good piece of hitting there by Fickett. So the sac fly does happen. It is over to Harmon. But Farwell does come across to score. And the score is now 8-3. That's the good news for the A's. The bad news is they sacrificed an out when they only have a few left in this inning, left in this game. But now the game is now 8-3. First pitch was taken for a ball. Next pitch by Kula, foul off into the backstop. Moves the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 is the count. Here is the pitch. Taken a little low, though. Ball 2 moves the count 2 balls and 1 strike. That was a big play, big call for both teams, nonetheless. Next pitch looked like a 2-seamer. Curves into the heart of the plate. Evens the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Grounded over to the second base side, first base side nonetheless. Griffin trying to have a little struggle there. Is he going to get in time? No, he does not. Griffin with the bobble and Kula with the speed is able to make it to first base in time. And that should be ruled as an E3, as he was not able to get that as a soft ground ball. But nice speed for Kula, and this inning stays alive for the A's. And with that, nice speed to keep the inning alive. That's going to bring up to the top of the lineup now for the A's. Preston Wingett. 0 for 3 today. Throw back over to first. Keep Kula close. Wingett, Mr. Preston Wingett to be exact, got the pretty much the trifecta of getting out. He's flown out to center, grounded out, and popped out. First pitch is taken. Called strike on the outside corner. The only thing he hasn't done is struck it out, which I do respect as a hitter. Keeping the ball in play, giving himself a chance. 0-1 is the count. Kula takes his lead. Here's the pitch by Stillwell. Missed it for a ball. Throw back over to first back door. Not in time. And the count now is 1-1. Like I said, it's still a big, big opportunity. With 2 outs and Kula keeping this inning alive with his speed. A little luck by the bobble of Griffin. Next pitch is going to be driven hard in between Gebhardt and Powers. That's going to get through. And Wingett finally has his first base hit. A hard one out to left field. Still 8-3, but has now runners at first and second. And it looks like we're going to have a little mound visit by Lumberjacks skipper. That might actually do it, or he might just have a little chit-chat just to get him to calm down a little bit. Stillwell at 98 pitches. Wouldn't be surprising if he doesn't. Wouldn't be surprising if he does take him out. Even this being a championship ball game, 98 pitches is a lot for any human being. These guys do have young arms, but still, 98 pitches is a lot of pitches. And we've had our little chat on the mound. And we are ready to get back into it. That's going to bring up Amaviska. 1 for 2 today. Amaviska, like I said, 1 for 2 today with a single out to left field. He's also walked today. Stillwell, 2 pitches away from getting into the triple digits. 5 2/3 complete. First pitch to Amaviska in the dirt, though. Breaking ball. Taken for a ball, moves the count 1-0. Amaviska, like I said, he is a PSCL All-Star. Has also played for the Power this season. Next pitch is going to be fouled off out of play. Evens the count up 1 ball and 1 strike. So any pitch that's not close, he knows he's not going to take. Any pitch that's even just outside, he's going to recognize it as a ball if it is. One crack of the bat can change this momentum for the A's, though. 1-1 pitch is not going to happen. That still was going to throw back over. That foul ball out of play was pitch number 100 for Stillwell. Can't take anything away from him, from the young man. He's pitched a pretty good ball game, especially when he needed it the most. 1-1 pitch. That's going to run right into Amaviska's hip. It was a curveball. He'll easily take that one. And the A's are going to have bases loaded. I think they might have a little discussion if he leaned right into that one. Having a little discussion just to make sure he didn't lean into that, and everything is all good. And we're going to have ourselves a pinch hitter. It's going to be number 18. It should be Wohler. Now to
Brae,
pinch hit.
I tell you, this is a beautiful piece of hardware we've got here.
Oh, hey, Austin, what do you got there for us, my man?
Got a beautiful trophy here. This will go to the winner of the PSCL today. Give you fans a quick
look at
that.
there.
A beautiful trophy.
Nice pitch.
Going to be handed down to one of these winning teams.
Look at that.
I know.
Defending champs, the Jacks here in the championship ball.
Looking to make it 2022 and 2023.
That is a nice piece of hardware right there. First pitch was taken for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Next pitch in the dirt. Ball one, evened up at 1-1. And also for you lovely fans, you got to see our beautiful faces as well. That's nice.
Always.
So you've been running around just trying to find this piece of wood right here?
I have. I had to go secure it down in the VIP area.
He had to fight for this just to get this on camera, guys.
I did.
For next pitch is going to ground over up the middle. Gebhardt, easy grounder, takes it to the second base for the 6th unassisted fielder's choice. And that is going to do it here in the top of the 6th. So the A is able to get a run across the board, but that is all they're able to get. They still have 5 runs to catch up, but the Lumberjacks have one more at bat to get some more runs on the board. We'll see if they can do so right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. We've reached the bottom of the 6th inning. The A's able to get a run across the board in the top of the 6th. But unfortunately, one run is not going to do a whole lot of damage to this Lumberjacks, who have secured a 5-run lead here going into the bottom of the 6th. And the A's down to their last 3 outs coming up. But they got to get through with Pickowitz. Start things off. First pitch is going to be called strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to start things off here. Pickowitz 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a line out. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Pickett blocking that just a little bit, but did get underneath his legs. Luckily, no harm, no foul, nobody on. 1-1 is the count now. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball just a little high. Unable to get down enough. Moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch. Fastball. Fortunately, a little too far outside. Moves the count 3 balls and 1 strike. Sanders 1 pitch away from moving a runner over to first base.
They need to keep these guys at the plate. You can't allow too many of them to get on, especially now that your lead's been trimmed down to 5 here in the middle to late innings.
Next pitch was outside, doesn't get the outside corner, moves the count to 4-1. And by that, Pickowitz takes his base. As that brings up Drew Griffin, 1 for 2 today. Now with a runner on first base.
Drew Griffin has been fantastic this summer. He's been great defensively and offensively. I've seen him have some really solid hits and some even better defensive plays.
Correction, we do have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Kyle Turner up to the plate now for the Lumberjacks. Might be one of their actual first changes here in the ball game. It's been all A's on the substitution side. Lumberjacks starting to get into their bench. So first pitch to Kyle Turner is going to be swung on, fouled off, out into the park. It's going to start things off with an 0-1 count. A's again, they can still come back. They got 3 outs to do it to get at least 5 runs on the board. We've seen it happen before in the game of baseball. They could do it again. Next pitch is going to be a little up for a ball. Moves the count even, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good eye here from Turner, able to get the count back even, work his way back.
So the 1-1 count. Pickowitz takes the lead, grounded over down the shortstop and third base side. Going to get through the gap. And that is going to be an easy base hit for Kyle Turner. Nice pinch hitting base hit. And now they got runners at first and second for the Lumberjacks. And still nobody out in this inning. It was a pretty hard ground ball up the middle between Amaviska and Potts. Looks like Coach Brae is going to go out there and have a little chit-chat. Maybe give his pitcher in the bullpen a little time to warm up a little bit. That should be number 14, Cook. Yeah, Joseph Cook, who is uncommitted at the time, out in the bullpen getting some arm movement going. Probably just having a little chit-chat here to talk about, that there's no outs. We still got runners at first and second. Double play ball will do it for you, at least get you 1 out away from getting us back to the bats. But this is going to be a tricky one. The A's are down to a few last outs, and they can't be giving up a whole lot of runs here this late in the ball game. But we've seen some quick 1-pitch double plays here in the PSCL. And Sanders will be looking for just that right here, right now.
Owen Powers has had a solid day so far. Made good contact, worked himself into some good counts. Let's see if he can keep that trend up.
First pitch, Owen Powers squares the bunt, though. Pulls it back just in the nick of time for a 1-0 count. And now Potts and Farwell might be scooching in a little bit. Yes, they are. They're going to be in the infield grass ready for another bunt. Probably a smart move by the Lumberjacks nonetheless. Don't want a double play ball. Bunt again. Powers does get that one down. That's going to be an easy chopper, though. Sprints over to the first base. He's going to get off the base path, though. Farwell unfortunately jumped off the bag to make that grab. And the sacrifice turns into what looks like maybe an E1. So yeah, off the wide throw that had to push Farwell off the bag. That is going to be an E1.
Infield playing in on the grass, possibly protecting against the bunt. Smart move.
0-1 pitch to Hadley, taken for a ball, moves the count 1 ball and 1 strikes. Hadley 2 for 3 today with a double and a single. Last at bat, though, struck out looking. Has a big opportunity to make up for that strikeout. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball does come around to catch the outside corner. 1-2 is the count now. With still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lumberjacks have a lot of insurance on them, but what's wrong with a little bit more here? So 1-2 is the count. Sanders kicks and he deals. Grounded chopper over to the first base side. To the pitcher, actually throws over to home, makes it in time. He's going to get the out at home, and that will be out number 1. Nice play by Sanders to jump up and grab that ball and throw over to home. That's going to bring up Carranza up to the plate now for the Lumberjacks. First pitch taken for a ball. 1-0 is the count. We've got some news apparently, Austin Stokes. Do you know what that is?
We're going 9 today. Hey, more baseball action for us. I'm always excited.
Absolutely. We're not going 7 here. It's the championship ball game. We're going all 9 innings here. So the A's actually have some more opportunity for themselves. Next pitch swinging by Carranza. Moves the count 1 ball and 1 strike. We were getting tense up here, recognizing the A's would probably have 3 outs left, but they're going to have themselves a few more to play with. Next pitch is taken for a ball. 2-1 is the count now. Sanders has a sign. Kicks and deals. He's going to pop that up, though. Over by the first base side, outfield in foul territory. That is going to get down, though, into the dirt. We'll move that to count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Farwell might have lost that in the sun, as we are reaching the noon area here.
Yeah, it's getting tougher and tougher to read fly balls. A lot of people think sunglasses help. Sunglasses can actually hinder because your shadows kind of get mixed in. So you'll see a lot of guys get rid of them here in the middle to late innings. 2
pitch is going to be popped up again. Is that going to stay in play? No, it is not. It's going to get into this Palm Springs Stadium, and we will do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Carranza 1 for 3 today. That 1 hit, a big one. Triple out to center field, burning Wingett. A double play ball will do it here. Next pitch on its way, swung on. It's going to be choppered right behind us here. And we will do it again at 2-2. Pretty good battle here between Carranza and Sanders. Got some action in the A's bullpen. Got a couple arms warming up, ready to go. So 2-2 is the count. Here is the pitch. Swung on, fouled off again. Another good battle right here. So we're going with another 2-2 count. Sanders is up to 81 pitches in his 3 innings pitch total. So 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. Sanders kicks, he deals. Swung on a little chopper over the third base side. That's going to get through. 1 run is in. Amavisca diving to make the stop. Is able to make it just so that 1 run is all that comes across the score. And now it is 9-3 Lumberjacks. And still with just 1 out in the inning. So now with a 9-3 lead, that's going to bring up Binion Gebhardt. Ready to hit some more chops in for him. He has walked, got on base by an error, and has grounded out today. And a prime opportunity to get some more runs to the board. That one's going to be popped up, though. Looks like that might stay in play, though. Catch by Potts, though. Nobody's covering home, though, and he's going to be in time. Power is going to get there safely.
So nobody going to be home to cover the runner coming in. Some smart base running, recognizing that, yeah, the ball was right there on you, but there was absolutely no one at home waiting on that throw. The catcher crashing in to try and make the play down the third base line, left the base all open. That's a 7-run lead. It's 10-3.
Unbelievable. Nice just awareness by Owen Powers, recognizing that both the catcher and third baseman left their post to make that catch, and nobody was covering home plate. First pitch to Jimenez is going to be fouled out of play. Starts the count off at 0-1. And that was a kind of a tricky play as both the catcher and third baseman were going off. And I see that Sanders was supposed to be the one covering that, but nonetheless, good awareness again by Powers. 0-1 pitch, a little low. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strikes.
With the 10-3 lead, the A's are really going to have to rely on their bats. Only putting up 3 through 6 innings here. They're going to need to come back in a big way in the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Next pitch over the heart of the plate. Nice pitch there. Moves the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, even with the 10-3 ball game, it has been a lot of fun watching these guys play here. 1-2 is the count. 2 outs in the inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Fouled off of Jimenez's leg. And it'll remain a 1 ball, 2 strike count. So 1-2 is the count. We're going to step off real quick for Sanders. He's going to take a little breather there, get a sign again. Has what he wants. Looks over at the second base side. Kicks and deals. Swung on this little dribbler over to the second base side. Kula not in time for second. Throws over to first in time. And that will do it for the bottom of the 6th inning. So we're going into the top of the 7th now. The Jacks able to add some more insurance runs on this big lead. It is now 10-3. We're going to see if the A's can get a few more of their own right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. Caden Stillwell back on the mound now for the Lumberjacks. Total of 104 pitches for the young man. And he's still going.
Yeah, they're working the pitch count today. They know they've got the time. I mean, it's not like we've got another game tomorrow. May as well.
First pitch to Braden Wingett is going to be taken for a ball. Starts the count 1-0. But you know what that means, though? That we're 9 innings, my man. We're going to get ourselves a 7th inning stretch here.
Oh, yeah.
Next pitch over the heart of the plate. Moves the count 1 ball and 1 strikes. I wonder if our sound guy's going to be playing Take Me Out to the Ball Game for us.
Maybe. You might have to step in and sing it for us.
I might have to. For these guys, they might need some stretching here. So 1-1 is the count to Braden Wingett. Stillwell, 106 pitches in. Next pitch, breaking ball. A little way outside, moves the count 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 is the count. Stillwell kicks, he deals. Wingette's going to drive that deep out to left field. That is going to be, though, Pickowitz over the shoulder grab. Nice play there.
That was absolutely smacked out into the outfield. Pickowitz, a great read, a good Willie Mays style catch. Keeps people off base and gets the first out of the inning. Now some action out in the Lumberjack bullpen.
Yeah, Pickowitz having to go over the shoulder to make that grab. That was a double. That was looking like a double easily for Wingett. Instead, it's going to be out number 1 in the top of the 7th as Potts is going to come up to the plate now. First pitch is fouled off out of play. 0-1 to start things off. Potts 1 for 2 today with a single. He's also walked today. The 0-1 pitch. Looked like a fastball catch in the outside corner. Stillwell still pitching pretty well. At least letting these guys hit the ball. Potts now with an 0-2 count. Giving the Lumberjacks a big opportunity to let their bullpen come in late. All arms just ready to go. Next pitch, breaking ball. A little too far outside. Moves the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stillwell has a sign. He kicks. He deals. Fastball a little too far outside, though. Moves the count now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still got a little bit of that velocity going for him. Fortunately, losing just a little bit of discipline on that. And 2-2 pitch, breaking ball in the dirt. Tried to get Potts to chase at that. Potts says no go, and we now ourselves have a full count. Payoff pitch, going to be swung on, foul off, out of play down the right field line. We will do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So with 3 balls and 2 strikes, Stillwell back getting his sign again. Potts ready to defend again. Hey, he's got to get things going. Next pitch up in the zone. Doesn't connect, though. And Ty Potts is going to have himself a nice battle and wins this one as he takes his walk over to first base. And like I said, they do have an extra 2 innings to play with, but doesn't mean they're not running out of time. They're going to need every runner they can get. Lumberjacks now with 10 runs here just in 6 innings. A's need to catch back up. First pitch that Farwell sees, smacks that out to center field, left center field nonetheless. Jimenez moves over, makes the grab, and that will be out number 2.
A good way to get an out there. 2 loud outs in this inning. They've smacked the ball into the outfield so far. Pickowitz almost had another good grab, but lost his footing there at the end.
Luckily with this Lumberjack team, if one guy falls, typically another guy's able to pick you back up, and Jimenez did so just right there. So that's the plate now. It's going to be Schultz, 0 for 1 today. After that pinch hit earlier in the day, throw back over to first. Not in time. Potts is in sliding. Seven-run deficit, 10-3 in the top of the 7th inning. The A's need to get something going almost quickly. Next pitch is in the dirt. First pitch, actually. He's 1-0 now to start things off. A's could always do with a 2-out rally here. Next pitch to Schultz in the dirt again. 2-0 is the count now. And with 118 pitches, Stillwell just might be either running out of steam or he's just working on steam is all. 2-0 pitch. Fastball. Schultz checked his swing just barely, but barely is enough to nick the bat. Fouls that off. Counts now 2-1. Stillwell has a sign. This should be pitch number 120. Next pitch, breaking ball. Had Schultz chasing at that end. Evens the count up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now Schultz is going to have to defend a little bit. As Potts is just waiting for that one-line shot to make his move over to third, possibly home. He wants to make the move here. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging, and Schultz is down swinging there. That will do it for the top of the 7th inning. So we're now going into the bottom of the 7th inning. It's time. It's stretch time here at Palm Springs Stadium. When we come back, we'll see if the Lumberjacks can put some more on the board right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. Welcome back now to the PSCL YouTube channel. Lumberjacks up 10-3 against the A's in this PSCL championship ball game. First pitch to Caden Stillwell is going to be fouled off into the catcher's mitt.
A good cut to start off right there, just a little under it. Good count for the pitcher, Castro.
0-1 pitch swung on, fouled off. Evens the count now at 1-1. Ooh, a nice little sick, nasty breaking ball. Doesn't come across, though.
A lot of break on that one. I mean, you saw Stillwell duck out of the way, and that almost got into the strike zone. Beautiful pitch on 0-2.
Was a close one nonetheless. 1-2 pitch. Fastball, or maybe a breaking ball. It was an off-speed pitch. I don't know. It was one of those. Either way, it's in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. We said this is a 9-inning championship ball game. We're not doing 7 here. Next pitch swung on, foul off into the net. If that net wasn't there, man, that's going to be our catch right there.
That was going to be ours, and hey, the cap came off the pitcher, got to reveal the man bun, maybe strike some intimidation.
He's got a man bun there?
Lumberjacks lineup.
Man, I wish I could rock a man bun.
Always wanted one.
That's a lie. I don't think I could ever rock a man bun the more I think about it. Next pitch in the dirt. Oh, he is rocking the man bun. In the dirt, ball 3, count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So with a full count now, Castro has a sign. He kicks and he deals. That's going to be taking ball 4. And Stillwell going to have himself a base on balls, and going to have a runner on first base for the Lumberjacks. And that's going to bring up Caleb Harmon. Unfortunately, one of the few Lumberjacks that doesn't have a base hit. 0 for 4 today, grounded into a double play, flown out to left field. Has struck out and grounded out again. Chance to go 1 for 5 maybe here. First pitch he sees is going to be grounded right over the first baseman's head. That's going to get through. So, yes, he does have a base hit. Stillwell around second header. Not going to be in time, but good throw, though. But the throw is going to allow Harmon to move over to second base. And the Lumberjacks now have runners in scoring position.
A fantastic throw from Ian McCracken right there. Airing it out, almost getting him out, trying to get to third.
And now with runners in scoring position, that's going to bring up Pickowitz. Another guy that hasn't had a hit today. He has walked twice, though, so he's been on the base path at least. First pitch he sees, breaking ball. Comes right around to the heart of the plate. Starts the count 0-1. Infield now back in. 7-run deficit is next pitch in the dirt. Ball 1-1 is count. 7-run deficit is bad, but they'll take it over an 8-run deficit any day. So for the Lumberjacks, 10 runs off 10 hits, 3 errors. Against the A's, 3 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Next pitch was a ball, 2-1 now to start in the count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-1 pitch, fastball. Drop pitch by Fickett, but that does come across the corner of the plate. Moves the count even at 2-2.
Good pitch right there, rearing back, getting some extra velo on the pitch. Getting him to himself into an even count, 2-2. Still looking for their first out with 2 runners in scoring position.
Now, with a 2-2 count, do you want to choke up on the bat and defend, or do you want to actually try and score these in? Heads up, A's.
Looks like he's going to go with the choke up method. Just trying to defend.
Well, even with a defensive swing, that was a high exit velo off that bat. Whoa! And the A's are going to get out. Got to get out of the way now. It looks like.
Can't blame them.
Yeah, they're going down. They're going down in the lower end of the dugout. So 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball doesn't break enough though. Stays up, fills the count up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on. That's going to be popped up. That's going to get out of play, though. As the glass shatters, and I just realized, Austin, I parked over there.
Well, hope you got good insurance. Might be calling Safelite out.
Maybe Cindy Piper. Give me some insurance as well.
Oh, yeah. She could help you out.
Payoff pitch again. Swung on. That's going to be driven deep out to center field. Is that going to burn Wingett? No, it is not. Going to make the grab. Unfortunately, that is going to be a sac fly, and that is going to score another run for the Lumberjacks as they have now taken an 8-run lead. It is now 11-3. Pickowitz doing exactly what he needed to do there, just get the ball out into the outfield. An easy run for Stillwell to come across. And Harmon over at third base now. That's going to bring up actually a new pinch hitter for the Lumberjacks. It's going to be Asgard as he takes that pitch over to the right field side. Bloops it in, and that's going to be an RBI single. What a way to get back into this. Asfar
extending their lead even more here, putting them up 9 runs, looking to make it 10 here in the late half going.
12-3 is a score. 11-7 in hits. Just hitting the ball pretty well. Powers up to the plate and now throw into the dirt. Fickett, nice block, though, to keep Asfar over at first base. So 1-0 is the count. Looking for a double play ball for the A's. Next pitch, taken, catches that outside corner. Nice placement there. Evens the count up at 1-1. Castro throwing some fire right there, just blazing it over across that corner. 1-1 pitch. Fastball again, but that one a little too high. Moves the count up at 2-1. Asfar takes his lead. Castro kicks and he deals. Heads up. That does ricochet off of Powers. And Powers is back on the base path again with his not one, not two, but third hit by pitch. Because now that is going to bring up Brecken Hadley. 2 for 4 today, with a single and a double early on in the game, but after that, struck out looking and grounded into a fielder's choice. Looking to get back into the hit column here. First pitch he sees, it's going to be taken. Fastball on the outside corner, starts the count off 0-1. Owen Powers being hit for a third time today. He's been on the base path a lot today, that's for sure. 0-1 pitch, swung a chopper over to the first base side. Farwell gets the ball, throws it over to second, gets that in time. Nobody's covering first, though. That's going to get past. Asfar recognizes that, and he's going to come across to score. And the Lumberjacks have now made this a double-digit deficit. It is now 13-3.
Yeah, they're going to keep pouring it on, making it a 10-run ball game here. The A's really need to get it going when they come back up. So a new hitter in for the Lumberjacks now, and number 8. He'll stand in and look to continue to get runs on the board.
So that's going to bring up Eric Polanco now, pinch hitting for the Lumberjacks. First pitch he sees, he's going to swing on and miss at that. Going to start things off with an 0-1 count. As now both teams evened up now at 3 errors apiece. The 0-1 pitch, taken for a ball. Evens now count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Lumberjacks taking advantage again. Both teams with 3 errors, but the Lumberjacks taking advantage of all 3 of them. Next pitch in the dirt. That's going to get by Fickett. Looked like it didn't hop off enough. He read that it's going to hop into his chest plate, but right underneath his legs, and Hadley's going to move over to second base now. So now the A's down to 6 outs coming up later in the top of the 8th. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Polanco. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch on its way, swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging, and that's going to do it for the bottom of the 7th inning, but not before the Lumberjacks extend their lead even more. It is now a 10-run deficit going into the top of the 8th. Lumberjacks 13, the A's 3. They're going to have to make up some room coming right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. Top of the 8th inning now coming up. The A's 6 outs away, or have 6 outs left to try and catch this thing back up. And the Lumberjacks 6 outs away from calling themselves back-to-back champions here in the PSCL. First pitch by the new pitcher, Glaspie. It's going to be a little inside and up for a ball.
Glaspie has been really good on the mound this summer, coming into play for the A's here.
Next pitch, a little high on that end. Moves the count now to 2-0. So start things off 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's going to be popped up. Gabhart trying to get underneath it. Looks like it's going to get into no man's land in some sorts, but Jimenez able to run that down again. That's going to be out number 1. Jimenez showing off his speed once again out in the center field for the first out.
That'll bring up Frank Kula. Kula, one of my favorite players to watch on the A's lineup. Good defensively and even better at the plate. Had a big double yesterday.
First pitch to Kula, taken outside for a ball. Starts it off 1-0. Numbers for Glaspie from Sonoma State College. 1-0 pitch. Taken for another ball. Starts off 2-0. Currently pitching a .350 ERA. OBA's at 467. 21 total strikeouts. Next pitch way outside, though. He's going to run the count up to 3-0. Now, with a 13-3 deficit for the A's, you think they want the runner on base, Beth, or are you going to give them a green light?
Oh, they need the runner on base right here. Doesn't surprise me to see him sit back. They're going to start playing station-to-station baseball. Just try to get runners in scoring position and let the bats do the work.
I agree with you there, my man, as Kula's going to take his 4-pitch walk. The A's have themselves a runner at first base now. That's going to bring up Preston Wingett. 1 for 4 today with a single out to left field. Hasn't struck out today at all. He's been seeing the ball pretty well, just unfortunately hitting right at people. First pitch a little inside, turns into that. Doesn't connect, though, with his body. 1-0 to start things off as.
Looks like he's going to be favoring that arm, and that's never an injury
that is not a good sign.
Going to be favoring the throwing
Art of Glaspie.
Looks like he's going to be under the arm on that lat muscle up near the shoulder.
Ooh, that's never a good sign. That's underneath him.
So they're going to bring one of their guys out of the bullpen here.
Smart move here, even if it wasn't a full blown out arm. We've seen people, not in the PSCL, but majors and minors, who have blown out their arms, and it's always agony. Might have been a twitch of some sorts. Not a pretty sight, though, nonetheless. With 13-3 lead, though, yeah, I agree. Get him out of the game quickly.
So we're going to give him a little bit to warm up here, get him his warm-up pitches. We'll be right back.
Welcome back now to this PSCL broadcast here. Brae, Foust, and Austin Stokes. Next pitch taken for a ball. Count's not 2-0.
1 out here, just needing 2 more outs after the injury to get the momentum back in their favor. 10-run lead, so they have plenty to work with.
2-0 pitch. Taken, catches that inside corner, called strike. Starts the count out now, 2-1. So 2-1 pitch on its way. Looked like a 2-seamer catches that hard of the plate now. Evens up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nice pitch there. Catching that hard of the plate. Trying to get that ground ball, get them out of this inning. The A's, though, have only 5 outs to play with. 2-2 pitch. That's going to foul off the bat. Preston Wingett. Might have tipped the end of the bat to get that foul ball. So with the 2-2 count, Kula over at first base. Wingett winding, he kicks and he deals. Breaking ball does catch that outside corner. Nice pitch there. And that's going to be out number 2 off the breaking ball here in the top of the 8th inning. It's hard to chase at that one. That looked like it was going to go a little too far, but nice speed there by the pitcher and is able to.
So now 4 outs left for the A's in this one. Gonna have to get it going. They have no choice but to get runners on base.
It's going to bring up Amaviska. First pitch taken, called strike, 0-1 to start things off. 1 for 2 today with a single. Has walked and also been hit by a pitch. So he's finding his way on the base path, but he's going to have to do so right here, right now. The 0-1 pitch. Taken outside. Breaking ball in the dirt. Evens the count up at 1-1. So the 1-1 count. A's hoping to get some base runners on the base path. Maybe some extra base hits here. 1-1 pitch. Outside again. Nice take there. Moves the count now at 2-1. Can't be affording any strikeouts here. They need to put the ball in play no matter what. Just give themselves a chance. Errors are fine in this game at this point. 2-1 pitch. Way outside. A nice take by Amaviska. An easy take than that. Moves the count now at 3-1. So with 3 balls and 1 strikes here on this hot sunny day here at Palm Springs Stadium in Palm Springs, California. Amaviska ready to get his chops in again. Next pitch does catch the heart of the plate. Amaviska thought it was maybe a little high, started walking off.
Yeah, he wanted that call bad, tried to walk out, maybe coax the umpire. Umpire not going to go for it. Full count with 2 outs. Big pitch on the way.
Kula going to be on the move now with 2 outs. Here goes the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging. That's going to do it for the top of the 8th. And the A's are left with a 10-run deficit. We're going into the bottom of the 8th inning. The Lumberjacks, most likely their last opportunity to get some runs on the board. They wouldn't mind some more insurance runs as well as we're going to the bottom of the 8th. Your score, Lumberjacks 13 and the A's 3 right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. Brae, Foust, Austin Stokes here, bringing you some PSCL action. Not only that, some good action. PSCL championship ball game here between the Lumberjacks and the A's. You've reached the bottom of the 8th inning. Lumberjacks probably at their last at bat here. First pitch taken for a ball. Moves count at 1-0 to start things off. Binyam Gebhardt up to the plate now, 0 for 3 today. But it's been productive.
While this may be their last at bat, they're going to look to pour it on and make sure it's their last at bats.
He's got a 10-run deficit put up against the A's, making sure that they know, hey, we're the #1 seed overall. We're going to show it to you right here today. 2-0 pitch going to be popped up. Out of play, looks like that's going to be in the park nonetheless. Moves the count to 2-1. Yeah, the Lumberjacks came to play today. Started off a little slow. Next pitch taken for a ball. At least the first inning started off a little slow and then just kicked it into high gear the next 2 second and third innings with a 4-spot apiece. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off the glove. That moves it now to a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Gebhardt 0 for 3, looking to change his fortune, get a base knock, get the ball rolling.
So with the full count, here's the payoff pitch. Taken for a ball, another good take by Binyam Gebhardt, and he's going to take his base again. And now the Lumberjacks have themselves a runner at first base with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. That's going to bring up Joe Jimenez. Jimenez, at least. 0 for 2 today. Can you guess how many times he's been hit by a pitch?
Probably plunked quite a bit.
3 to be exact. 3 hit by pitches today. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. First pitch swinging. Way too far outside for strike 1. He's been doing what a good leadoff hitter is supposed to do, which is get on base, even though he's been doing it the hard way. 3 hit by pitches. Next pitch swung on, fouled off.
That was our chance.
Oh, he's right there, too.
That was our chance.
Oh, heartbreaking. Might not get another one. So the count now has moved up to 0-2. Off the foul ball by Jimenez. Castro has a sign, looks over at first. He kicks and he deals. Fastball in the dirt inside. Who's the count now at 1-2? Gebhardt takes his lead slowly, ready to get on his high wheels. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball does come back around. Strike 3 called. Jimenez set down on strikes. That's going to do it for. That's going to be out #1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Looked like a good old-fashioned sick nasty. Didn't pull the bat off his shoulders, and he's set down on strikes.
Caden Stillwell going to stand in and look to do some damage here with a runner on first. The double plays in order, so be looking for the middle of that infield with Kula and Almavisca.
First pitch wild up in the zone. It's going to be taken for a ball 1, and Gebhardt's going to reach second base off the wild pitch. Castro has himself a new baseball, and he is now ready to face Stillwell again. And sometimes that's the case. Sometimes you need a new baseball, get a better grip on it. No harm, no foul there. 1-0 pitch. On its way. Breaking ball, Stillwell having to duck out of that one. Going into catcher position at that point just to stay out of the way of that one. 2-0's the count. Outfield again back into the no double situation. Doesn't want Gebhardt to score here. Next pitch swung on. It's going to be popped up over by the second base side. Kula's going to actually grab that one. Makes the grab, and that's going to be out #2 here. Yeah, that's what you want out of your fielders and out of your pitcher, to be able to get just a couple pitches in, get that pop out, especially with a 10-run deficit. we're going to have ourselves another pinch hitter for the Lumberjacks. That should be number 15, Robertson, for the Lumberjacks. Chase Robinson of Benedictine College. 324 batting average this season, OBP at 489. First pitch he sees is going to be in the dirt outside. Starts things off at 1-0. Next pitch on the 1-0. Fastball low. Robertson swinging at that one, hits it back into the net. Evens the count now at 1-1. I said Robertson hitting a little above 300 with that 324, hoping to get a chance to show off why he has that batting average. Next pitch is going to swing on, foul off, out of play. Moves the count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And even though that might be the third out, if Robertson is the last out here, not going to be the worst thing in the world, as the Lumberjacks want to get a piece of that wood, that championship trophy. Next pitch in the dirt, though. Going to be a wild pitch, and Gebhardt has moved now over to third base.
So with 2 outs, they have a chance to make this an 11-run ball game.
The Lumberjacks have basically put this out of reach with the A's, but in the game of baseball, anything can happen. Even an 11-run deficit can turn into nothing very quickly. It's hard to do, but it can be done. The 2-2 pitch. Up and up out of the zone. And actually, it looks like our coach is going to, the Lumberjacks is going to keep Gebhardt back. As that's just going to be considered a regular old-fashioned ball. And it's going to fill the count up 3-2. So with a full count now, Gebhardt at third base. He kicks and he deals in the dirt. Castro's going to walk Robertson, and now the Lumberjacks are going to have themselves runners at the corners. Still a 13-3 ball game. It's going to bring up Jaden Pickowitz, 0 for 2 today. He does have himself a sac fly out to center field, though. And a couple walks as well, so he's had some pretty productive at-bats at least. First pitch, though, taken for a ball inside. Starts him off with a 1-0 count, Castro does. .1-0 pitch. Swung on, chopper over down the A's dugout, evens the count up 1-1 now.
They've gotten a lot of action over in that first base dugout. We've seen some real lasers hit their way.
Boy, I'm wondering why, with all these lasers that happens over there, and as well as power ball games, I wonder to myself, like, do they ever like decide to not just go down into the lower end of the dugout? Like, these are some dangerous hits. But nonetheless, they're going to watch the ball game wherever they want to see it. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Pickowitz down to a 1-2 count now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Looked like he wanted to check his swing there, recognized it's going to be too high, but had a little too much momentum on that swing. So with 1 ball and 2 strikes, Castro has his sign. He kicks and he deals. Swung on, that's going to be driven out to left field. Wohler trying to get in front of it, does not get there in time, though. That's going to drop down. And Gebhardt is going to get in and score. And Pickowitz has himself his first base hit, and it's an RBI single. It's now 14-3. Next pitch for Asfar is going to actually swing on, drive that out to center field. Wingett's going to make the grab after 1 pitch, and that's going to do it. So, the A's add one more insurance run to their score. We are going into the top of the 9th inning. The A's have a big, big deficit to catch up on. They have 3 outs to do it. We're going to see if they can do so right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. We have reached the last inning here in the PSCL League 2023. The A's are down to their last 3 outs. They're down big. One of the biggest deficits I've seen here. It's going to be a tough one to make up. But the beautiful thing about baseball is anything can happen. Woller's going to start things off for the A's. First pitch taken for a ball. Starts the count off at 1-0. Only 3 outs to waste. Red lights are going to be initiated no matter what at this point. 1-0 pitch swung and grounded over to the first base side. Asfar is going to take that. Tag on his first base. That's going to be 3 unassisted. 1 out now in the top of the 9th inning. Nice play by Asfar to keep that down in front of them. That's going to bring up Brae and Wingett. Now they're just down to 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Brae and Wingett 0 for 3 today, looking for his first hit. He's flown out 4 times. One of them was a sacrifice nonetheless, but still 4 flyouts. He's been seeing the ball pretty well, unfortunately right at somebody though. First pitch he takes though is inside, ball 1. Next pitch drives that pretty deep out to left field. Unfortunately, Pickowitz again right there at the right spot. And the A's are now down to their last out after that play.
So just one more good pitch needed to clinch the championship title for the Lumberjacks. This will be their 2nd in a row, looking to make it back-to-back.
And after 2 batters, we're going to have ourselves a brand new pitcher to end things here. Let him do a couple warm-up chops. Let him get ready to go. The Lumberjacks 1 out away from being back-to-back champions right here in the PSCL. We'll see if they can do it coming back right here on the PSCL Baseball Network. It's going to be Johnny Young up on the mound now for the Lumberjacks to close things out here on the PSCL Championship ballgame. If you can't tell on the Lumberjacks side, we got a couple of water jugs. Lids are off. You can only imagine what's going to happen as soon as the game is over here. Lumberjacks showing off why they are the top team, the top #1 team here proving it once and for all. Only one out away till they have the trophy to show off entirely. First pitch to Ty Potts, taking breaking ball for strike one, 0-1 to start things off. Lumberjacks are ready to dunk somebody in that ice cold water. One out away from doing so. 0-1 pitch on its way. Taken just a little high, a little outside. Evens the count now at 1-1.
Like I said earlier, partner, one more good pitch will send them home champions.
One is the count. Swung on, fouled off into the net. And Johnny Young, one strike away. One strike away from giving the Lumberjacks their second championship in a row. Ty Potts trying to keep the A's alive for at least one more at bat. We'll have to see if they can do so. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. Here's the pitch. Check to swing. Catches the outside corner. Strike 3 called. And the Lumberjacks have won the PSCL championship.
A big win for them to claim their spot in PSCL history. A big win for them, and they'll be presented with the trophy surrounding that pitcher on the mound. An incredible day from them here. A big win, 14-3. And Coach Sam gets an ice bath.
Got himself his ice bath. The Lumberjacks, the #1 overall seed, proving it today with a 14-3 victory. Some good pitching, some awesome base hitting. Everything was going on good for them. Again, we got to give props though to the A's though, the American League champions, as they did play pretty well today, but the Lumberjacks just felt as if they were in a league of their own. A nice pitch there by Johnny Young, breaking ball, catches that outside corner, clinches it for themselves, and the National League champions are turned into PSCL champions here at Palm Springs Stadium. Austin, boy, what a game, my man. What a game to watch.
What a game and what a season. These are two teams that battled constantly. I saw them play about a week ago, and it was close. A good game here. 14-3, a decisive win for the Lumberjacks, and they're going to have another name on that trophy.
Absolutely. Should be the third name on the trophy now. Second one back-to-back for them. Last year winning. And now that they have themselves just another victory on the plate. So that is going to do it here for the PSCL. We'd like to thank you guys so much for joining us here. Austin, you have any final thoughts before we get out of here?
It was a fun season. I know these guys are going to look forward to celebrating. Brae, it's been a blast getting to cover PSCL baseball with you this summer.
Absolutely. So we're done here with the PSCL, but do not fret, ladies and gentlemen. We still have Palm Spring Power Baseball on the Palm Spring Power Baseball Network on YouTube. But, as we said, that's going to do it here for the PSCL. We thank you guys so much for joining us here every morning, basically, for the last month and a half or so. That's going to do it here. Our champions, again, the Lumberjacks. Once again, your final score, Lumberjacks 14, the A's 3. The Lumberjacks, PSCL champions. Once again, congratulations to them. We'll see you guys later right here at the ballpark. Y'all take care now.